No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today we're doing unthinkable. We got the fucking YouTube legend Shane Dawson in the building. And I'm very, very excited, man. I've been a huge fan over like the last 6 months, which I was thinking might be kind of defensive to tell you, but then I was thinking, he's been making content for so long, it was probably kind of like a good thing still, to know that you can still be making fans. I see, I've looked around and I've seen that, because you've basically like written every name of YouTuber, even before I was cognizant of what was going on in the YouTube space. That version of porn where you like they fuck around with a van and leave her somewhere, presumably that still exists, because there's a lot of stuff in porn, like just the way they treat black men in porn, that is so racist, and the behavior would just be unacceptable in any other walk of life. It's super common for a porn star to be like, no, I don't fuck black guys, or they charge more to fuck black guys, something that's crazy common. It is weird to think about it, like when you go to Pornhub, if YouTube had the same categories, or even still, you know what I mean, like a little bit, or just be nicer than the way Pornhub is, or something, you know what I mean, like imagine if YouTube was like, I'm not saying, right, you know, like if you were searching for images and then there was just like a black tab, everything you would, because that's how it is on Pornhub, or a straight tab, that would be considered so offensive. But I'm the kind of person, if I'm looking at a porn site, that shit better be 100% heterosexual, because if I see something going the other direction, it just feels wrong. It's like a Spanish sentence in the middle of the English book, but that's okay. That actually wouldn't be that ordinary. But do you feel that way in any way? So I watch a lot of homemade straight couples who are in love. See, I think I just figured it out. I think my sexuality is based on, I don't know how I was born, maybe I wasn't born this way, but I think mine was based on crushes on boys a little later. I was 4 years old being like, I want to jerk off to just this.
Right. I mean, I read Marilyn Manson's biography, and I remember there's a part where they're talking about how he had this grandfather who was like a real sicko, like all kinds of weird bondage porn and people getting hurt, tied up, and I think a lot of cross-dressing stuff in general. And so Marilyn Manson was like going in his grandfather's basement and like digging around in his trunks full of like weird porn, straps, sex toys, and all kinds of crazy shit. And he was just, digging around in that stuff, and then you look at how he ended up. It's like, well, all that surprising. He was exposed to some weird sexual shit from a really young age. Yeah. That's not considered offensive, but I think like if you were to say like, if Marilyn Manson were like a pretty straight-laced gay guy, if you were to say like, oh, he probably like was influenced to become a homosexual due to looking at all this weird porn, that would be considered crazy offensive. I don't know if that makes sense.
See, that's the kind of my struggle with, because I'm one of those people, I'm so open-minded, like my brain is all about like, well, so I just don't give a fuck, like, whatever you like, whatever you feel, whoever you are, I will call you whatever you want me to call you, I just want everybody happy, I don't fucking, because like everybody has, right? But I feel like there's this thing of like, everybody wants a label on it, it's like controversial to question like yourself. I said it like coming out, but I don't know, I don't know, I'm confused, and I got a lot of backlash. Right. But why is it bad that I even say that? Isn't it funny that you can use your coming out video as a videos now, whereas I'm assuming that video is incredibly, torturous. Not incredibly torturous, but it was a big decision to do with very serious. I made that video because I was high on painkillers because I broke my leg. I was like, Chris, yo, okay, high on painkillers. So that's what made you gay with the Vikings. Whoa. No, but you didn't come out till 2015, right? I had like a long struggle of figuring it out. And I think I officially came, the first time I tried the guy didn't go well, and I was like, oh wait, no, I don't like guys at all. Maybe I just like pictures of guys, not real guys. So then I had this whole other journey of shit. So I finally realized, I started dating a guy and I was like, okay, this is working. I was just gonna say something. And then I did. And then I was painkilled out at like 6 a.m. And I was crying about something and I just took my computer out and I'm like, let's just get this over with. And yeah. But I guess I wouldn't have done it without them, so
Without drugs.
I
I know that's like, I did acid, and I like got a girlfriend, like got way more serious with my content, got a new store. I got so much more serious with my whole life because I did acid and like tear apart my own mind, just like really look at myself from an outside perspective instead of like finding self-love in that moment. I became, very, very critical of myself, which I'm a very critical person in general, but I hate things. With all these parts of your life, you can't look at these parts of your life as someone who loves himself, which you are. You have to look at your life from a position of critic and figure out like, how do I really start doing it?
yeah. No, I mean, that's why I was nervous to come here. I mean, a few years ago, not that you would ask, but I would have been too nervous. I haven't been one. I've been hated the whole time, right? By different people. There's always a different section of people that hate me for like a year or two, and then, whatever. Right now, there's still people hating me, but that's the problem. Is at that moment, I was like, I had so many people hating me from all sides, and I already hated myself, so it was just like, I just have to, like, at that moment, I was like, if I put this video out, my career's over, it is what it is, and people are like, truth is,
But in 2015, you couldn't really thought you were going to get that negative of a reaction by just saying you're gay, right?
I thought people would think I was using it as like a way to get, specific points of me. People hated me. And I was moving around, people were lying, bunch of people that was racist, oh, this, that. So I thought people would think, I'm just like, no, see, I can say anything, and I'm part of the LGBT, so it's not okay, right? I just like, I don't want to,
If anything, I feel like with the extreme lack of activist people, they're much quicker to keep the shut than they are to like, they're not typically getting off fire tweets about Roy Moore most of the year. Most of the year, they're criticizing other people that have extremely similar political views as them.
I just don't care about politics at all. I couldn't tell you what I should, I couldn't tell you what I don't. I know people are assholes and some people aren't. That's all I kind of know. And I'm gonna stay in my lane. But like, that's also been weird. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. For me, it's so hard to, people expect you, or me as a YouTuber, I have to say something about politics, and like anything I say is, I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. So,
Right. No, I feel you because like I'm interested in politics. I spend time, I'll watch videos here and there, I'll read an article here and there, but I don't really choose to like get into it myself on, in the context of a podcast. If somebody were to ask me about a specific thing, how do you feel about this policy? I'll answer it, but I'm not gonna go make a video about Donald Trump. And part of that is because I feel like there's just a lot of people that know a lot more about politics. They can do a lot better job of explaining things. I do feel like everybody has some sort of like burden upon themselves if they do feel strongly about something. Like throughout the election, I was telling my fans like, do not vote for Donald Trump, vote for Hillary Clinton. This is gonna be bad. I think today's event with Putin and Donald Trump has kind of proven that to be at least partially right. Not to mention his whole entire presidency. But I just don't feel like I'm the best person to be getting that message out. I'm not the most educated on it, and I realize that my fans don't give a fuck. And I'm sure you probably realize the same thing too. Is that like the more political you get, and thinking that you're like young, fun, loving fans are probably just gonna be like, Shane, we want to see some fucking fun stuff, man.
yeah, I mean, and that's good because I feel like when I came out, everybody expected me to be an activist. I just wanted to like, if I got caught something, up, no problem.
Right? Yeah.
But media doesn't know. They're right now just yeah, I mean, somebody did it with
Your audience is like the type of people that are gonna really be like worried about something like that. You know, people with Trump, and,
That's what I'm calling it.
It's like, what is next? I mean, I don't know. I hope everybody's okay with whatever's next. When you sit down in a room with him, somebody like him, and you're interviewing him and stuff, do you have a feeling of like, this, if I say the wrong thing, tables flipped? Or is it chill and calm?
Not really, because I'm a judge, and also his table's very heavy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no, I don't see him as the type to be violent towards somebody like me or anything like that. It's more just, I mean, when he was sitting here the other day, I didn't want to, like, be too critical because I didn't want to sort of take away anything that he had going in terms of what this was going to be. If he does show up tonight to do a post-interview, I think I'm going to have to go a little bit harder in terms of sort of trying to point out, like, oh, a lot of this shit didn't really make any sense, blah, blah, blah. You know? I mean, that was already kind of addressed. Like, he brought that up, but yeah, actually, that was a good point. That you guys should bring that up. Just in terms of, like, kind of trying to decipher, like, what his motivations were going into this whole thing and, like, what the ideal scenario was. But, you know, you wanted to find the difference between TanaCon and BlizzCon, and the TanaCon fans went there with a very specific goal. They wanted to meet their favorite favorites, and then they had a horrible time because they got burned in the parking lot. The BlizzCon fans, I did not get it that a lot of those kids were having a bad time. To me, I feel like they went, like, Galactic went into it knowing, oh, shit show is very, very likely. They probably weren't going to be any fair too. Also, there's no money, and, you know, we, like, flew in the
Oh, they went going. I was at dinner. Just like I was like, it's more like interesting. I genuinely, I know I like joke about it now.
when I saw you and James Charles sort of vocal about it on Twitter, my first reaction was to be like, oh, like, how did he hate on Tana? Like, you know, this shit is fucked up right now, but like, you know, it's just, I feel like I have such a loyal spirit that I couldn't say anything negative, like anything serious about Tana. But then as I kept reading it, I'm starting to realize, like, damn, like, Shane has such strong connection with fans, he really gives a fuck about his fans, that you took this as like a very personal affront to how she sort of manipulated and used your fan base. And once I thought like that, I'm like, actually, this makes a lot of sense. Well, he is here. Chris, let's get another mic in the chair. Yeah, I think Shane, we know Shane likes stuff like this. Very interesting.
Your story will be out there. The bomb threat was out of your control. The event was going perfect. Adam 22 was on stage shouting it out. FaZe Rug was on stage shouting it out. Keemstar was on stage supporting it, texting me saying, you really pulled this off. And I know everyone's confused right now because things got hot in that argument with Kimmy and Keem. But you know I texted right now, so we're screaming tonight.
That was fire. He came through the crowd and you were like, you!
But the first thing I said to him, right now, the video going around viral, I told him that he wanted to commit suicide. But what they didn't see is I looked at him at the beginning and I said, I want to say this dead to your eye. Everyone was calm. I said, I love you. I was like, we hated each other for so many years, but I genuinely love you. And I brought you here today to show the world that instead of it being Fousey versus Keem, why not Fousey and Keem? Now, there's one huge discrepancy going on in all this, which is the diss track. It's not a diss track, and I didn't get a chance to explain it on stage. And that's what hurt me so bad. So there was a YouTuber today, I woke up off social media today, obviously, because I'm protecting my sanity and energy. And I'm just waiting, you know, for the story to tell itself. There's a YouTuber who's my friend, who tweeted very malicious things towards me. Instead of replying on Twitter or anything, I texted another friend who had his number. I called him in the car right now. I said, as your brother and your friend who I've hung out with you on countless occasions, I would have appreciated if before you went on tweeting about what had happened, you reached out to me, asked how I was doing, because it's a lot of things going on right now, and asked me personally what happened and had me explain to you, because you're formulating your opinion right now based on the unknown. You saw one layer. Everyone's going out saying this is a failure, TanaCon, not knowing that Ticketmaster and Live Nation feel so bad about what happened because they know it was doing so good. They want to help me throw an even bigger and better one now and put money behind it. What? Okay, so as an outside perspective, so I'm going to do a couple things. Number one, I never hated you, and that's mainly because I'm so out of the loop that, and like I said earlier, I don't know what you heard, I saw your hair video. It's like, I realized that. It looks good. I must have seen it over. You want to feel it? It's not real. There's no hair. Like it says.
Well, because there was the airbrushed hair.
Whoa!
Wait, I gotta answer. There was the airbrush. Oh my god, that's so fucking smooth. That's crazy.
It's SMP. No, it's oil. It's SMP. It's scalp micropigmentation. And I'm not scared to say it because it was an insecurity of mine for so long. I got something to make it so I don't have to walk around like, you know, it's not to say I have hair. I lost it. I took medications so many years of my life. I lost it. But this makes me feel good.
So I think it does look better than probably what it would look like without it, to be honest, because it just establishes the hairline.
Thank you. You know, can I say one thing before you ask me anything you want? When I watched the whole TanaCon thing you did and everything, everybody watched it. It was amazing. It was beautiful storytelling because what you did, you had no intent in what you were trying to do. You were trying to tell the story. There was no profit, no gain coming from you. You were friends with these people. You were a part of this event, yet you still said, I just want to tell the damn story. So the fact that I'm now sitting here and I'm driving and I hear you and you guys are talking about me. A lot of people, and it's upsetting me so much, is why I'm off social media. I don't like when people try to self-analyze somebody's mental health on such a grand scale. It's so disheartening seeing so many people tweet saying, yo, I used to love you, but you're manic, you're off your meds, you should be in psych ward. They didn't stare at me face to face like you are right now. I feel energy between me and you right now. What they're calling manic, I'm just calling passion. You know, and when I do tell the whole story of the people involved, how I did meet Drake, how Lenny S, DJ Khaled's manager, was the one mentoring me through this whole thing, how so many big people were supporting me, and this still failed, showed me why it was supposed to happen last night. I'm gonna sit back and give it right back.
He brought that up. I believe, I would say water. They might have waters in front.
Okay.
Chris?
I was like, you know what I'm ready for? So I gave up the last year of my life, and I wouldn't dare show up to you. It's not even about you not hitting me. My mind and heart convinced me that you did before I even knew if you did or not. And I felt that way with all of you too. Because Boosie 2 became such a bad name that the whole time I was trying to figure out. So this morning when I broke down crying, it was because I told my girlfriend who I love so much, I said, I was so scared to create it for so long. I felt like this was the time, and I did it with good intentions. I was ready to show the world and still got tired. And she reminded me, she goes, don't worry. She goes, God is building you up for the next one. Anyway, I get deep, so. So here's the thing. This is why I was actually freaking out for I was hoping I'd run into an alley or something. Yeah, because the reason I brought up, you said you talked about it publicly with the mental illness thing, is why I was apprehensive around it, but then you talked about it after. Because for me, it almost felt like, is it wrong to watch this person possibly be going through something, and we're just like watching him on this car? I didn't actually see, so I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know, like, Keemstar told me about losing him 3 days from 8 guys on the ride. It's not supposed to come out. I feel like I've been there probably. But you said something like Anagon 2 or it's something, right? That's all I knew. So when I saw the clips and I saw the screenshots and all of that stuff, and then when I hear from a friend last night, like, oh, I think he's dealing with something, and you said that, that's when I get into this weird place because a lot of people have suffered from a lot of things. That I've been one of them. So I was in this weird place. I don't even know. It's so, I feel so uncomfortable talking about this publicly, but if you're okay, conversation if you want, but I'm okay with it being public. For me, I know you say you have a story to tell, right? And I'm curious to hear what that is. For me, it almost seems like the story is YouTube is making it so that we're all dealing with our things publicly on a scale that's like making it worse. So for me, the more I talk about how much I hate myself in the videos, the more I hate myself. The more I talk about how I feel fat, the more I feel fat in real life. And I've been on YouTube forever, right? And today I had like a minor mental breakdown. I was cutting my hair with like a disposable razor because I hated my hair, and I was like, I just had a bad day. I came here being like, dude, I don't know if I want to do YouTube anymore. Like, I really did have that attitude because I was in such a dark place. And I didn't want to cancel on you because I'm like, I can't fucking cancel. I'm not going to cancel. I can't.
Appreciate that.
So when I heard about the thing with you, it made me feel for you as somebody who deals with similar things, being like, that's why I don't even know what stance to take. Because if I support you, am I supporting you going through something publicly, and that's not good? But what I do support is like you just being honest about everything. You know what I mean? And so my mom was terrified because after that, she's watching the live stream. I tell her, Mom, I have Drake coming, all this stuff. Like, this was the biggest night of my life. This was going to be the biggest night of my life because of the night before when I did meet Drake, right? But I haven't told that story yet. People are still like,
I'm very excited for that story.
now because they didn't hear the story. Well, my mom was terrified because I'm talking with such energy because obviously there's a lot going on. She's like, Habibi, slow down. It sounds like you're going crazy. And it hurt me so bad. So I talked to her as my mother this morning. We just had a FaceTime call. And I said, Mama, listen, I have never been more calm, more grateful, more happy, more blessed in my life. I go, I just need you as my mother to trust me in this right now. I know it looks weird from the outside, but I was like, as soon as my speech gets out, you'll know what my intentions were. So right now, the news, everybody, all they see, prank, bomb, YouTube on top of car, screaming, fight. I sat on that car.
I didn't think of the prankster got pranked. And that's kind of like important. No, you weren't.
That's what I'm saying. It was a prank at the great theater. So, and why that happened is so crazy because there were certain people who hit me up to ask if they could come who do attract certain kinds of energies. Because of this event was about 8 guys on the ride, no matter what quarrels we had in the past, I invited them. You know, and they were there and people were saying, I don't know if the story yet, the police are looking into all that stuff. But yesterday on my car, and you'll see it, I have videos. I gave speeches to the kids about my year in my mom's basement being suicidal, how I felt like a failure, and how the one time I restored my faith in God and chose to stand up and get my voice back and do what I felt I was wanting to do. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to create self-help groups. I want to help kids
tonight is the night we end that, and I want publicly, in front of the world, to give each other a hug and say, let's work together and not against each other. I was gonna call up Banks. I gave Banks my damn word through text, and I said, if you come, you won't regret it. And I bet right now he hates me, and it hurts me, because he doesn't know, because obviously I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I was gonna invite Banks up and say, Banks, when I spent that year in my mom's basement, I would message him for support. Hey brother, I want to start posting on YouTube again, do you have any ideas? He would reply right away. I actually got a lot. He would get busy and not be able to reply. One time I got to such a low point, I said, brother, can I be a part of Top Game? Half in? He didn't reply. And I understood there was a bigger picture in that. And I was gonna say, Banks, as a brother, I love you and I hope we can be friends after this. And I was gonna invite Rice Gum on stage. After I gave my speech, that I intended to, that my speech was about literally a message to the world. I wanted everybody to come to this event in their country's jerseys, flags, and everything. It was a message to the world. I was gonna strip myself off my shoes, throw in the crowd my socks, my shirt, and just present myself to the world. And be like, what are we doing? Why are we spending so much time putting each other down? Why do we spend time hating on each other in Instagram comments? Why do we, before we even look at somebody's intention, choose to hate and put them down before we choose to understand and love them? I had a purpose yesterday. I was gonna end the night by pulling up Rice Gum. He wasn't gonna be there, I'm guessing. But I was gonna say, Rice Gum, Brian, my brother, who I did the Rice Gum punch. And that, yeah, I messed up on that when that happened. But I was gonna be like, you were the king of diss tracks. You have so much power. But as your brother, you called me irrelevant on the internet one time. And one, for that I wanna thank you, because it fueled my fire and it got me off my mom's basement. But two, what he didn't understand is I chose to be irrelevant for that last year, whatever the kids call it these days, because I didn't feel like I was responsible enough to handle the power that comes with relevancy. As somebody who's done fake pranks, as somebody who's done wild vlogs and clickbaited his whole career, I know how to be relevant. But I also understand that sometimes being relevant puts you in a very dark place, because you're putting out content that's not you. You're portraying an image that's not you. You're doing things that you morally don't believe in, but because the views and the AdSense dollars are there, you continue to do them. So I was gonna tell Rice to his face, you spent your whole career telling the world why certain people should be stopped with hate. But tonight, I want you to shift that, this person should be stopped, and explain to the world why this person should keep going, but in the right direction, and why we should support people. So I was gonna say, for the culture, Brian, and it was supposed to be a fun moment with Banks and Team Everybody on stage, for the culture, to end diss tracks. I made a song to celebrate you, that I want us to rejoice in, to not end Rice Gum, because I want Rice Gum to succeed for years to come, and I want to be by his side. But to end the era of hate and diss tracks, because my self-destruction started after the Rice Gum event where I did the fake punch.
But don't you think people are going to see you putting out a diss track as a way to end diss tracks and just say that you're being self-serving and that you just want to have the last word with the diss track?
I would have given him the mic. I trust me, I spent the whole week thinking about things. I was going to give him the mic and say, whatever you want to say about me, whatever you want. But it wasn't a diss track. The song is supposed to be like, like sometimes you release art and you don't want to have to explain it. So if you click that video, like my friend did, and you hear, Rice ain't got no spirit, got no deep later, one goes right, you're like, why is he hating? And I asked my friend on the phone, I was like, brother, did you read my description or did you just listen to the song? He didn't even read the description. He told me he did. I don't think he did, because the same stuff he was trying to preach down my throat, I said in the description. I explained why I wasn't trying to put Brian down. I explained the video in the description, but people still are listening to it and not looking deeper into, what does this line mean? What does this line mean? J. Cole's KOD album, I hated at first. I was like, why is he rapping about drugs and alcohol? And this whole time he's been against this stuff. Until I listened to it 4, 5, 6 times, and I was like, I get what he's doing. And I understood how he was trying to deliver his message without having to tell you, you should spread love, you should spread. Sometimes, and I was gonna say this line to Rice, I was gonna be like, at your age and like your character, I know that the only way you know how to communicate your feelings to people is through diss tracks. So as a person who wants you to be able to look at as an older brother, this is the way I chose to communicate with you. To try to get him to understand what I'm trying to say. And when I do have to sit down with him, because as I told Keem, I texted Banks a video this morning and Keem. I said, I know tensions got high yesterday, but just as I promised you guys, I want to keep spreading on this message of killing hate and spreading love, and I hope I get a chance to sit down and explain to you guys face to face. Do people hate you? I'm out of the loop. The prank, I didn't even know you were pranked. The whole prank community, I was so like, I was in such a dark place anyways, I wasn't really watching YouTube during that time period. I was on painkillers, you remember. So, I don't perceive you as somebody that people hate. But I'm also probably wrong, but like when I see you on Twitter, and even when Keemstar was telling me about your convention and I saw the tweets, I didn't get the sense, I got the sense of people being like, I don't think you should do this, or like,
You gotta remember that like 2 years ago, Fousey was like what Jake Paul was like 3 months ago on Drama Alert and stuff, in the sense that like every Drama Alert was like, Fousey fucked up, Fousey did this, you know?
It made me wanna, like, I literally lived and breathed thoughts of suicide in my head 24/7, because last time I was in LA, when this all popped off, instead of now I have like a group of 30 friends and family who I paid to fly out here, paid for their stay, paid for everything. Their flight was out today. I said, I need you guys not to leave and just stay with me as your brother, because I need love right now. Because the mistake I made last time in LA, I was isolated and by myself, because that's what depression and bipolar can do, especially when you don't know how to handle it. So while I was going through these mental breakdowns, instead of having my girlfriend kissing me, trying to understand me, I didn't love myself back then. I would self-sabotage myself and just sit and read Twitter and read YouTube. And it got to the point I was hated on so bad that the way things were lined up, for example, there was a supporter of mine, his name was Efren, rest in peace. I'm still in contact with his father to this day. Efren sent an email to my email, and his father did, and he said, my son is battling cancer, his dream is to see you. I booked my flights and I flew down there. This happened at the same time, everybody was hating on me. So instead of the world trying to see an intention of what I was doing, it got spinned off as literally the channels, and I'm trying to spread love now, I'm not gonna name them by name. Multiple channels spent months parading the idea that Fousey used a young teenager with cancer for his self-gain to get out of the hate. When I'm on his bedside, I'm talking to him off cameras, I'm still in contact with his dad, we still talk about his son. Literally, I started my first motivational tour in Australia just last week before this whole thing started. I'm on stage, my first ever tour, Melbourne, Australia, and I say, at the end of my speech, my show was supposed to end 30 minutes, I never got the memo, so I kept going. And I was like, I have time to kill. Does anybody want to come on stage who needs help with something? A boy stood up. I joke around to the audience and say, oh, he's probably going to talk about why a girl doesn't answer his DMs or why he sucks at Fortnite. I joked around. Comes up on stage. Teenager. Tells me his father just passed away with cancer. He himself just got diagnosed with cancer. He sleeps with a knife by his bedside, and I'm his support system.
I broke into tears and hysterics right then and there. And in my head, sadly, the first thing I was thinking is, this is so surreal. I already, like, because I have evil thoughts, people are already going to think this is like planned. I even judged his intention and asked myself, is what he's saying true? Because it was so unpredictable. I invited him and his family backstage. I talked to them. I didn't put it in the video, off camera, private conversation, and we were in tears. His brother hugged me. His brother's wife hugged me. Kids hugged me. They thanked me. And it showed me that I have a bigger purpose. But the problems that I had in the past is I allowed my bigger purpose to be stopped by allowing the opinions of others to define me. So right now the internet's probably saying a whole bunch of shit about me, but instead of spending my time looking at it, I'm surrounding myself with good energy, with love, and filling my head. As you know, somebody who's chosen friend circle, you gotta feed yourself the energy you wanna live by. So instead of reading and believing I'm a piece of shit, I'm a failure, I should kill myself, I'm manic, I'm this, I'm telling myself I'm compassionate, I'm humble, I'm caring, I love everyone around me, I try to treat people with respect. I'm trying to train myself now to be the person I've always wanted to be. You know, it wasn't easy going through what I've been going through. I just got my medications recently.
Let me ask this.
Sorry for talking so much.
No, it's okay. I think this is an important question. So you tried to do this event. It looked like it was going to be at least a moderate success. It got taken out by something that, probably we realistically could have expected, that somebody was going to fucking call some bullshit in.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that, but now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, 50,000 people watching, I'm not really that surprised some dickhead decided.
50,000 people watching live before the event started. That wasn't the actual event.
Right.
OT Genesis was backstage, Mano was backstage, Dipset was arriving soon, Wi-Fi Spino was
Styles P. I met Styles P from the Locks for the first time. Very exciting.
Right? My boy sent it to me because he knew how bad I felt yesterday. Styles P sent me a video and said, Fusi, my brother, my love is with you. Styles P.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Why did you do it in such a short amount? After the TanaCon thing, my first reaction was like, no matter who you were, right? I didn't have any backstory with you or beef with you or anything. You were just, a fellow peer, right? So I'm seeing that and I'm like, who the fuck would, even if they had $1 billion to do it, attempt another thing so close, like with such a little amount of time? Like, why not do it right and take a long time to make it work and get everybody scheduled aligned to do all that thing and have a success? Why did you feel like you had to, like,
Can I tell you honestly, and it's gonna be embarrassing, and it's gonna laugh at me for this. I had a nose job scheduled for the 19th.
that's my birthday.
Is it? Happy birthday.
Happy nose day.
Happy 21st birthday.
A nose job? That thing was fine.
Oh, okay. That's how life works. Oh, shit.
Keemstar in the fucking building. Chris, can we get another mic? What is going on? Chris, let's get one more chair and one more mic. Keemstar.
We gotta do this. You see how now, like,
Live stream lit. What am I going to title this? I don't know.
now we have a chance to sit down.
Grab a small chair.
Instead of us going at it inside the internet, trying to make it private, let's talk. And that's what I feel like is happening now. Keem pulled up, the energy, he felt it, he's here. What's up, Keem? What's up, man? How you feeling?
I was watching the stream. I knew you were planning on talking. I figured let's just get it done now.
I believe it, baby.
I still can't see the camera. You got to pull that out.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So I was supposed to get that on the 19th, I'm not anymore.
Keem with the Social Blade shirt too, by the way. I like that.
Why is it red?
Why is it red? It should be green, yeah, man.
I got every color. Keem just pulled up in his red shirt, red hat. What's up, baby?
So, woo.
Hasn't even taken his glasses off.
Oh yeah.
Yo, first off, before we start, no bullshit. I texted you this before I even made it public because it was a personal thing. Tensions got high yesterday. Me and you were both there for positive reasons, and we both believed in it. And because the tensions got so high, the negativity, the energy, and I had a frustration as I knew the song was gonna ruin the meaning behind what was supposed to happen, and I was so frustrated on that car that I took it out, and I did take it out on you.
Well, I don't know if 100% I believed in it, right? Because I thought it was gonna be a shit show. But
I'm glad to hear that everyone thought it was gonna be a shit show.
But I mean, that's
flickering in the background.
Okay, that's what I thought. But what I said is that I would get people involved. I would tell other YouTubers, and I would personally go and I would support it. And in the process, we're doing a Mom's Basement with Shane Dawson. Obviously the TanaCon series is the greatest thing ever. I was heavily inspired by that. If there was no TanaCon videos from you, I wouldn't have done this. And I was like, if he's trying to do an event in like 5 days or whatever it is, I have to create a documentary, right? But the thing is, I feel like you understood that I was just trying to capture reality, and then once you realized that it flopped, once you realized that it failed, you knew that the story was going to be that, and then you tried to lash out on me.
My lash out was internal anger that I had held in for years. I just decided to come out there, and again, I apologize for that. But one thing I want to say, I'm going to say to you, I'm going to say to you, I'm going to say to you, and to the people of the internet. Hate Dies, Love Arrives did not flop. It was a great success. It didn't go in the way I intended it for it to happen, but it went in the way I needed it to happen. Because like I said, I don't know if you heard it, Ticketmaster and Live Nation feel so bad about it being a bomb threat, me investing all my money, me doing this with good intentions. I explained to them why the song was being played, because obviously they're not going to allow me to host an event and end it with hate. But they knew it wasn't a song about hate. Because I got to explain to them, which I didn't get to do to you. And I trusted that I didn't have to explain to you before the event, because what happens naturally live after that, you would understand. But they're now helping me make the next one, whether it be August 15th or October 15th, it'll always land on.
Yeah, but do you think people are going to show up?
100%, because what happened in that circle is full of so much love and energy that it's just going to be even bigger and better.
I think there was probably about 1,200 people there. You said that there was under 1,000, right?
1,000 would be a
Police
safe
reported
bet.
1,500, and the main events and artists hadn't even started coming in yet. It's hard to get to the Greek Theater. The event was slated to be sold out at capacity. So regardless of that, it was a success to me, because let's say I did get on that stage. Let's say I was on there with Drake. But yesterday, it being shut down and the people still gathering around, and now me, you, Shane Dawson, and everybody are now in one room talking about it. Adam 22. I see this as a giant success because the whole movement gets to continue. We're not going to spend here now. I'm not going to go back to wherever I decide to live in my life, whether it be with my parents or a house in LA, and be like, I have a grudge against Keemstar now. I don't care how the documentary turns out or anything. I'm going to do everything I can to fix this.
The thing is you said Drake was coming on if you had 2 million concurrent viewers. Like, that's just nowhere's even close.
We had 60,000 viewers before the event started. 2 million
2 million would be like the world record, right? By far.
No, the world record is by Red Bull. It's 3 million. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Encyclopedia of the YouTube world, but from Red Bull, a skydive or whatever. So, like, it would be in the top 3 or top 5 for sure. Like, that's an insane number to get.
And
Drake playing Fortnite has like 3/4 of a million.
What's wrong with saying that?
No, there's nothing wrong with saying that, but I feel like if Drake said that to you, he was basically saying, I'm not
Drake
coming.
didn't say that to me. Drake didn't say that to me.
What did he say? Can we hear that story about you and
I
Drake?
will tell it.
Okay.
I'm deciding whether I tell it. Do I tell it here? Do I tell it in your documentary? Do I tell it on my own? I met Drake.
I'm just gonna rip this from my documentary if he doesn't mind.
Okay. The day before the event. You want me to tell the story now?
Yes,
And
yeah,
why and what you thought was mad? Why I felt like it was supposed to happen?
Also, shout out to Shane Dawson. It's supposed to be his interview. This is a little bit different,
I'm so
but
sorry, Shane. Oh my
we
God.
could totally.
Sorry, Shane.
Because me and Shane were having like the best hour-long conversation before this started happening. We will get. Yeah, it was tight before that too. So just for the record, like this is not like in place of the Shane Dawson.
I'd love for you guys to get the story. I wish I had a Jay or something where we can chill back and relax and talk about it. This story is so dope, King. And the best part about it, King, I documented everything that happened that night live on Twitter. So I'm just gonna open up to read you my tweets as I tell the story because this was the most fantastic story of my life.
Okay.
So
Next to the round table
as I'm planning
vibes.
this event, right? I'm in talks with Lenny S, who's DJ Khaled's manager, who runs Rock Nation, who manages Jay-Z. I have Lenny S's mentorship in this. Tyler Perry's helping me through this. OVO Johnny, who's OVO Ryan's brother, who's in Drake's team, gave me this tattoo at OVO's tattoo shop, was FaceTiming me every 5 minutes to see how it was going. But here was the beauty of it, right?
Shout out to Bearwoods. That's our weed sponsor tonight. Please see if you want to blaze up. We got it on deck.
Yo, this story, please put this in the documentary.
Okay.
Can you like it?
Yeah.
You mind? Wait, you mind?
He's gonna get so high, he's gonna freak out.
No, I want smoke.
Shane tweets though. No, yeah, I'm just kidding. Why did he
So,
love him?
I leave my house the day before, right? And there's so much energy surrounding us. And before leaving my house, right? I knew that I wanted Drake to get there. I knew I was in talks with OVO Johnny. I knew I was in talks with all this, but it hadn't fully happened yet. I leave my house, take my friends to dinner. We're walking in, TMZ is there. TMZ, I don't know why they didn't post it, whatever, but TMZ did a thing. I give a message to Drake, LeBron James. I was full of love.
Yeah, but even that right there, couldn't someone say, if TMZ was there, how come it didn't get posted?
I have the text though with him right now. You can ask him yourself. He said there's a story. The story they're gonna run, I'll tell you right now, is my opinion on Logan versus KSI that I get outside the restaurant.
Well, the thing is like there's just all this different stuff. Like Drake might come, TMZ,
Yeah.
there's all this different open-ended stuff that nobody can confirm. And what we can confirm is that like what happened at the actual event.
One, it will be confirmed by the next one because I guarantee the next one will go exactly as planned. Two, I believe in manifestation, right? So I say exactly what I want to happen, and that's what gets it to happen. So I started July 15th a week ago just by putting it on a shirt. And with that one idea and energy and manifestation, every single thing I put is happening, but not in the way I wanted it to. I still get a chance to talk to you. My song still came out. I'm still in talks with Live Nation Ticketmaster, still in talks with Drake's team. Everything's still happening. It just turned shitty. But here's what happens. I finished TMZ. Me and my group end up going to a club called Lure. We hear Drake is at Delilah. I asked my buddy Country 3 times, is this where we're supposed to be? He goes, yes, I checked. I paid $1,000 for bottle service just because I knew I was going to be in the same room as Drake. I was going to be wearing the July 15th shirt, the King was back. He would have signed. I believe the energy would draw me in. I believe that hard. What people call crazy, I call believe. So, as we're walking in, I look at the napkin, it says Lure. I look at Country and I go, where are we meant to be? He goes, Delilah. I go, look where we are. I got so pissed off. I just walked away. And I'm just harnessing my energy because I don't want to lash out anymore. And then one of my team members, Andrew, who's best friends with, he's literally one of the kings. I'm not going to get to it.
No, real quick. Is it kind of creepy that you're like trying to figure out where Drake is and you're like trying to
No,
stop him?
I'll tell you why.
You're trying to hunt him down and be like, yo, come to my YouTuber event.
I'll tell you why.
I could've DM'd him for you.
I'll tell you why. So before I even posted the video to P. Diddy and Quincy, I had Alfredo Flores reach out to Quincy, explain my event, and say, Fousey wants to do this. Is that okay? He gave me the green light. I'm not gonna post the video to P. Diddy and Quincy without their respect, knowing that I'm gonna make them feel like shit if they can't. They couldn't, but they still allowed me to put that energy out there. I'm in DMs with E40, Mr. Fab, The Game, Snoop Dogg.
Wait a minute, that didn't make sense what you just said. You got permission to ask them?
I called up Alfredo Flores, who's Justin Bieber's best friend, and I said, brother, I don't know how to maneuver in this industry. Is it wrong for me to reach out to Quincy and Diddy and ask them to come to the event? He said, brother, all you have to do is share with them this energy. I'm sure they're down. Let me hit up Quincy. He hits up Quincy. Quincy follows me on Twitter. They allowed me to post the video. Quincy couldn't make it, but they still allowed me to put that energy out there. I'm in talks with DJ Khaled's manager.
So you got permission to ask somebody if they were
To
performing
put
at the
energy
event.
out there. These are all guys who believe in energy.
But then, do you understand how this doesn't make sense?
But it does because I'm talking to Quincy. Just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it didn't make sense to P. Diddy and Quincy.
It just, okay, let me just throw this out as my opinion. It feels like the event yesterday might have got screwed up either way by the bomb threat. But a lot of the things that you didn't do, such as booking it months in advance, paying the artists for them to appear in advance, like doing right, but normally they don't, like doing all kinds of promotional stuff they would normally do. They put it on the radio, they would do all kinds of, email blasts to try to get more people to come and stuff. Like when you look at the turnout was pretty low, the fact that the artists weren't confirmed and everything, it kind of just makes me feel like, oh, that's why venues book events the way they normally book them.
But I would say that except for once you can we just take a minute for let me finish this Drake story?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, you talk for such a long time that I forget, like, okay, I want to Okay.
We end up at Delilah, Drake's club. I get out. I see Country go to the front desk. I instantly feel they're not gonna let us in. I walk away. I call OVO Johnny, OVO Ryan's brother on Drake's team. And the first thing I ask him, and you can ask him this, if you want to get somebody on Drama, I guarantee you a part of OVO Drake's team will come on to back up every word I'm saying. And the first thing I ask him is, brother, I'm outside of the club Drake is at. I'm being creepy as shit. Is this wrong? Should I go home? He said, keep going, let God lead you. Drake's team member is telling me not to give up. Now here's what's funny. He has a direct contact with Drake. If he wanted to, all he had to do was be like, let me call Drake, but he didn't because he wanted me to do it on my own. As soon as he said that, I go to my team. I said, I need everybody to leave. I'm doing this on my own today. I'm standing outside of Delilah, a guy who's literally scared to be in places like this. I got Drake's team around me, beautiful girls walking in. I'm by myself, no plan. Benjamin Kicks walks up. I go up to Benjamin Kicks. Shout out Benjamin Kicks, met him that night. Give him the energy, explain to him July 15th, but I'm listening to the song. He goes, for sure, I'm with it. Another artist performance night comes behind me. First thing he says, he goes, Yusuf, I was born in East LA, I don't want to die in East LA. Can I get on your stage? I said, brother, done. He looks at me in the eyes, he goes, anything you need, I got you for life. Instantly. I go back to Benjamin Kicks. That same artist who saw me, found a way in, his boy was gonna get him through the back. He's running, he goes, Fousey, come on. I'm running through the back. I'm about to get into Drake's event. For some reason, I decided to turn back around. I go back, you can ask every person there, they'll confirm the story. I go back to Benjamin Kicks to say something like bye, whatever. I turn around, the guy's inside. I'm like, shit. Next thing you know, I see the person from Louis Vuitton who sold me the shoes I just gave away to the 11-year-old yesterday in the crowd. And he was waiting out there. I tell him the story. He goes, well, our friends are about to let us in. Wait for us. The door opens. The security guard goes, ladies only tonight, fellas. I didn't even force it. Didn't argue. I walked away. He got in because the girl said, no, this guy's with us. I didn't question it. I go back to the front. That That same guy who got in, that artist, is at the smoking section through the gate. It looked so sketch. He goes, psst. I know how crazy this looks. I'm in front of Drake security. I go up to him, I go, what? He goes, go to the back right now. I was like, are you crazy? He looks at me in the eye, he goes, go to the back. I felt it. I go to the back. I'm standing right next to Drake's white Rolls Royce, the one with the angel and the things that Rolls. I'm not sure. I'm standing next to Drake's car. His security's around me in the cars, but they're not telling me to leave because it looked and felt like I deserved to be there. I didn't give up. I knew I had a plan that night, so I get on my knees, I put the message to Drake. Drake, I'm outside the club tonight. I sound like a crazy person who's literally crying outside the club, but I'm gonna meet you tonight. I put it out to the universe. I'm gonna meet Drake tonight. I put that energy out there. Door opens, guy gets me in. I go through the kitchen. We walk in. I was in the hottest LA party of the night. He whispers in my ear. He goes, Kylie Jenner's here. Drake is here. Ludacris is here. Everybody's here. He doesn't tell me where Drake is. All he says is, let God lead the way. I'm not trying to be preaching about God, but every single person was telling me this.
Everybody talks about God in your life. It's kind of interesting. Nobody ever says anything about God to me.
As soon as I accepted him for my life.
Right.
I swear. So I'm getting there. So now I'm inside the club, and here's where the tweets start and how I met Drake. So you're about to get the exclusive. You're ready. The documentary. And I would not put the story out there because anybody can go to Drake and his team and be like, did this event happen? And if it didn't happen, they'll be like, this guy should be arrested. He's crazy. I sound crazy right now because I'm the only one who's in there, you know? Okay. I'll show you the text. No. Forget the text. How did you meet Drake? So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. As I'm outside, dream big, call me crazy now, call me crazy tomorrow. If I pull this off, it's because I'm crazy. Next week, I pray that Drake fulfills my God's plan. Next week, what some call desperation, I call hunger for success. That's why I finally said, I'm meeting Drake tonight. Remember this tweet for years to come. Next week, I'm inside the party Drake is in. I'm letting God lead the way. It's happening. Next week, it's a video that says scared shitless, but I'm trusting the process. As soon as I tweet that, I look to my right, Shawn Mendes is there. I tweet and I go standing inches next to Shawn Mendes. Life is so surreal right now. I will meet Drake tonight. I'm shaking in a club with high industry people. All the Instagram beauty group, the beautiful girls who I follow are in the booths. It's a lit night. I'm not giving up. And as I'm looking down at my phone, I look up, I say, and just like that, when I'm stuck, the real Dennis G, who's Drake's dad, walks right past me as I'm taking a snap of my shoes. Instead of bothering him and saying, can I speak to you? I said, please check your messages. Again, this is God's plan. He knows me. He was at Tyler Perry's Medea for me. I have a picture with him. So I knew if I met Dennis, it would be good. But I knew he wasn't in the right place for me to talk to him. I wanted him to have fun, so I just trusted it. As soon as I decided that and stayed back, Kenny Hamilton, who's part of Justin Bieber's group, who knows me because I met them and partied with them, goes right in front of me. Oh, what's up, brother? We're arm in arm. He goes, come with us. He takes me to his table. Whose table is it? Ludacris. I'm now in the hallway staring Ludacris in the eye, hitting my chest, saying, I'm gonna be on stage tomorrow with more eyes on this event than the president has on the country to dispel hate. Ludacris gives me gas. And he goes, my brother, I feel it, keep going. At this point, I'm like, fuck what anyone's saying online. I'm doing this tonight. I go back to the booth. I'm dancing. I let Ludacris do what he does. Right after that, We the Best Music's whole group, a trio, Ivan Barrios, the other Aronki, who has a beard, I'm sorry I forgot his name, walked past me. Ivan Barrios, DJ Khaled's, Diddy's, everybody's photographer, DM him, right? DM him. Stops and talks to me for 10 minutes as I tell him the story, let him listen to the song. He doesn't tell me where Drake is yet. All he says is, you already did this, don't stop. Gives me his phone number. We try to take a picture. I'm almost there. Kenny looks at me. This is how crazy that night was. Kenny looks at me, there's no pictures. I go, fine. Ivan leaves, right? Right after that, you said you were gonna meet first, let me get there. Didn't know what to do. The doubt is real, the hate is real, the fear is real, but you know what? The love is far stronger. Even if I have to stay up until the event and walk on stage beating, I'm gonna do it. I'm now standing by myself. The club is emptying out. The only people who are allowed to stay in the club is Drake's team. Guess who's standing with them? Me. Because I decided not to give up because I had a mission that night, as crazy as it sounded. I don't know what to do, but I believed in myself. Before I even met Drake, so everyone leaves the club. No one's there except for Drake's own crew. You gotta understand, Drake's own crew is 60 people, and the celebrities who were in there, and I'll talk about that. I met OBJ that night, all this stuff. So let me finish. Okay. I'm standing in Drake's crew. Don't know what to do. As I'm standing there, I turn around, Drake's dad is coming back into the crew. As I'm going up there, I miss him, but I touch the person behind him. For some reason, you're gonna get mad at this because I said so much. I don't know why I asked him this. I said, brother, do you believe in God? He looks at me like, of course I do. I said, give me 30 seconds and read this. He reads this post that says, 7 days ago I came in with a Medea in Australia. This guy ends up being Drake's right-hand man. And as I tell him the story about how I'm gonna get Drake, I'm pounding him, shaking him, telling him my purpose, I look at him in the eye and I go, I snuck in here tonight. If he wanted to protect Drake and kick me out, he was like, get the hell out of here. He looks at me, he goes, he's feeling it. He knows I'm talking with a purpose and I mean it and I'm hungry. I'm psycho at this point, I'm hungry. He goes, wait right here. But before he goes, everyone can have shit to say about this, you can ask him. He goes, how did you know my name? I look at him, I go, brother, I never met you in my life. If my name came out of if your name came out of my mouth today, I have no idea how. As soon as I said that, I watch him. I hadn't seen Drake the whole night. As soon as I put that energy in there, I look back into the crowd. Drake's team moves. I get my first vision of Drake face to face from 20 feet. I start shaking because I know my manifestation is getting stronger. Drake is feet away from me. I watch the gentleman I just spoke to walk straight through Drake's crew without giving damage to anybody, go into Drake's ear, and for 5 minutes, this is what I see. He's sharing my message into Drake's ears. I don't give up. I'm standing there. I'm waiting. Next thing I know, the energy I felt I needed more. I look behind me. OBJ is there. Odell Beckham Jr. Ask him. I walk straight up to him. His security starts walking up to me. I hand him the phone. I go, read. Security grabs me and goes, hey, don't try to sell him on anything tonight. I go, let him. Deadass. I'm so hungry. I look at the security. I said, let him. He reads the whole thing. He looks at me. He goes, you got that. I walk back to Drake's crew. I'm mobbing with Drake's crew, dancing to Drake's music. Next thing I know, Drake's coming closer and closer and closer. He hugs, I believe it was Joel Embiid, 2 inches away from me. I'm staring at him in his eyes like this, hungry, knowing that I left my house that night saying I'm gonna meet Drake like a crazy person, and literally, Adam, I'm this close to Drake. But instead of taking that moment to be like, Drake, can I get a picture? This is gonna prove all my haters wrong. I accepted that it already was done. As soon as Drake moves and makes eye contact with me and I stare at him, I see that his second right-hand man and he nods at me like this. I walk out with him, I go, what's next? He goes, brother, take my number, I'll tell you all the details tomorrow. I did it, I was hyped.
So you didn't meet Drake, he just looked at you. I mean, if he just looked at you, did you really meet Drake?
Do something for me. In the next 2 hours, rule for yourself that touch knows who Drake. If it happens, I'll sell my entire YouTube channel.
Did you take your touch nose to nose?
Literally like this. That's how how close he was to me.
Okay.
As he told me, if you could do that, I'll give you my Ferrari, I'll give you my Range Rover, I'll give you my mom and dad's keys to the house, I'll delete all my YouTube channels. I did that because I manifested that because I believe in myself, team. This has always been me from the start. It's the reason I blew up my channel, whether it was a good way or wrong. But anyways, his team member, I saved his name under God's plan. Right?
Okay.
I tell him that, I show him as he's walking out with Drake's dad. He looks at me and goes, God is the greatest. I don't tell anybody. I just harness it in. That next day before I started that Drake promotion, I texted it to him, the team member who I met. I showed him the July 15th picture with Drake on it. I showed him I was about to go live.
So Drake's people approved you putting all this promo for your event with Drake's likeness and Drake's pictures.
Drake himself didn't say it to me face to face, but his right-hand man who went and fed the message to Drake was there saying it. As I'm sending him the text of all that stuff, he's reading each one. I'm sending videos to him throughout the day, like I'm charging up, I got energy, I'm dancing to Drake, I'm happy to know what's about to happen. He's reading every single one as I send it. Not once is he saying, yo, Drake doesn't want to come, stop this, we're gonna send a lawsuit.
Because, okay, like, I have connections in this town as well, and, you know, we reached out to, like, Drake's people, and they said that he had no plan to play there.
Okay, I want you to hit the number that I have on my phone with Drake's team.
I will.
But listen, so I'm sending him all that, right? And I have every intention. Immediately, right after I did that, I'm in DMs with the game, everybody. The game obviously isn't gonna trust. He runs LA. This guy sounds crazy. Why would I come to his event? But as soon as Mano hit the stage, OT Genesis was gonna hit the stage, Wi-Fi's Funeral, Styles P, Dipset, whoever else we had, Jake Park, I don't know if we confirmed it, everybody was gonna come.
DC the Don.
Shit was gonna roll because all these rappers in my DMs were waiting for that moment. Drake was gonna be on the stage tonight. Can I prove that right now with hard evidence, facts? No, but based on what
No,
happened,
but
I can say that.
you put out on social media that Drake would only be on the stage if you had 2
That was
million.
a fuck up of mine. That was where I let the energy get too high, and I just kept wanting to manifest and feed the energy. And I just kept
Was there a
going.
conversation between
No,
you
there
and
was
Drake's
not.
people about
No,
how many viewers
no,
you would
that's where I fucked up. And I'm gonna admit that now. I'm not gonna try to act like da-da-da. I fucked up. I got so excited. I'm in the hotel room. I literally in 7 days, my beautiful girlfriend, my team is throwing this huge event. I'm watching the live stream in my hotel, and I saw you say good morning right to the news. You know what I did after you do that? I started clapping. Like, yes, he's supporting me. Like, this is supposed to.
I was.
I know. You texted me and said, yo, it looks like you might have pulled it off.
He told me that too. I was about to be late, and he was like, I think he's pulling it off.
How good it was. I was so happy.
And that was in private text.
And
That's
then-
not,
and
that
then-
wasn't public or
And
anything.
then you know what happens? I get in the car. I tell the guy who I'm texting on Drake's team that I'm going to the event. I'm going to the event. Everything's good. I'm meditating. My girlfriend calls. She goes, baby. I go, baby, I'm on my way. And I hear it in her voice. She's crying. She goes, baby. I go, what? She goes, there was just a bomb threat. They had to evacuate everyone. I stopped because they don't let us up the street. I stopped with a group of families who were down. Their moms are giving me hugs and they're saying, Yusuf, please don't give up on us. We got this. Love is gonna win. I finally get to go up. I'm telling everybody it's gonna happen. As soon as I get up, the police comes to me and they go, yo, the event was shut down. We pulled right into the lot. There was an empty lot. And the police, I told them, I was like, fine, I'm gathering everybody there. Everybody coming down the hill surrounded me. And that's when my speech happened. And you have my speech on camera, King. You have the footage.
I have like half of it, yeah.
There was,
I filmed a lot of it.
I gave a shout out to X on stage last night.
Did you?
On my knees, I said there was one person who I would have loved to have here, and that's XXX and Tassie Young. Because when he was alive, I said when he was alive, I was his biggest hater because I didn't understand his message. And unfortunately, it wasn't until after he passed that I took a deeper dive into his message and his music, and I realized how special he was.
Why weren't you, sorry,
Of course,
why
no.
weren't you there? Or maybe that's the part I'm so, once again, so
I'm more of a TanaCon kind of guy.
Why wasn't I there? So I
yeah,
have-
why weren't you there?
So I have it
During
on
the actual
I have everything on text with the team. I told my whole team, I want Andrew and MC and the YouTubers to run the openers. What was happening on stage was the openers. It wasn't the actual show. I didn't want. Here's the one thing. So I watched another YouTuber event and I saw the YouTuber that hosted it, did the whole thing. I texted Keen and explained why I wasn't there, and I said, Keen, I'm not coming until it's my part. This event isn't about me, it's for the people. I don't want to be on stage the whole time. I didn't want it to be about Fousey.
Or backstage?
I was getting there, and I literally said, I'll show you text, my phone is right here. I texted my whole team and I text my girlfriend, I said, when I get there, I want to hug each person, give them energy and thank them for being there before I do anything. I was on my way to do that. I just wanted to harness, make sure everything was going good before I got there for the actual show. The show hadn't even begun.
I think just, and my opinion doesn't matter on this because I'm so out of
The show definitely
but like
began.
I would have been there like 2 hours before it started if I was putting it on because I'd be like, I gotta fucking make sure everything's good, I gotta make sure everything's going right, like I gotta.
Of course, my team though was so passionate about what we were doing. They had it under control. Everyone knew that if you need me, you go through my girlfriend, you go through Country, you go through Andrew. It was a well-oiled machine. That's why all the guests arrived safely. The concert was going good. Keem was having fun on stage. Fans were filling in. I don't care if even one fan, everyone was having a good time, right? And that's why.
The event was promoted as peace and love and all that, right?
Yes.
Little Poppy, I think his name was, he went up with some song about, you know, bitches are thick and they're on his dick.
I'm essentially- look,
and I'm not saying that's a bad song, but what I'm saying is there was a lot of controversy online and people saying, I thought this was about peace and love and war, like this is about thick bitches.
So I'm so glad you asked that because
I just want to address what the people were
I did it
saying.
when people were asking me to be on stage. I just wanted energy, so I didn't listen to their music. There were certain songs, and I'll show it to you right after. I would text my girlfriend and team, and his set. What the fuck? I'm sitting here in my hotel room, and all I hear is like pussy, 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 thick, and I'm like, no, I fucked up there. So now moving forward, I know when you're inviting an artist, view his music, view his set, and make sure it aligns with your message.
But just because a rapper's talking about sex or shooting people or whatever, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't also be talking about peace and love,
Exactly,
right?
and that's why, no, true. I was gonna explain to everybody there that, yo, I know music got crazy, but the whole point is all of us with differing opinions. Like, I don't listen to music like that, but with differing opinions are all here celebrating what? Love. I had a speech ready for you on stage, and drums, and
I wish we
rappers.
could've seen that. I know, I wish I could've seen that as That well. would've
You were gonna, like, I was literally gonna hold your hand up in the air together and scream, hate dies, and the crowd was gonna go, love arrives. Right, Scum? I was literally gonna be on my hands and knees telling him why I did this song, what it meant, why I care for him. It was gonna be such a fucking special
Fousey,
moment.
I have so many questions. Let me try to just like get these out. I'm gonna go walk behind you and go pee.
Okay. Shane, how are you feeling? Do you need anything?
I'm so glad Shane's here.
I know I am too, because he keeps me very calm. I just feel like he's like, what are
Shane, where's your crew?
Crew?
Yeah, your crew's not with you?
I don't know. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Came along.
What? Oh, that's where he lived. You know what's beautiful about this? 2 years ago, if something like this would have happened, King would have been on the internet already with a drama alert saying this what happened and just saying his side of the story. We never would have got a chance to speak face to face like this. Right? And I love that. The
always been like that, right? I don't know. I don't necessarily hate it. I like it because if you're small, it gives you something to work for and to achieve. And you know, if you're big, it gives you an understanding of what success is, right?
But why not if somebody's small? Like I had small YouTube. I opened up my stage and I even told you before I do it. And we said, good idea. I opened it to small performers who are up and coming. Why not bring those people who are small up with us?
I know exactly what you're getting to. Me and Shane had a conversation about this. Throughout Shane's career, anyone that he saw that he liked and thought was talented, he pushed his audience towards them. And I've done it as well. But you don't just like open it up to anyone. You know, you have to get behind people that you believe in that are small, right?
I understand.
So. I don't know. Okay, so I want to address this one thing that's happening online. A lot of people think that, and I don't think this, just so you know, I do not think this, but a lot of people online think that your show was leaning towards, you know, failing, and you swatted your own event to get a shot.
So here's what happened. I can't tell. I'm not gonna blame anybody. Sam Pepper did DM me and say, yo, you're about to hear a lot of fake information. I need to talk to you. So there's something going on there. And I talked to my manager today. Not my manager, the person who helped me manage this event. And he said, yo, just to give you a heads up, as we're in lockdown and the police look at me and say, don't even reach your phone to text. They saw Sam Pepper run out on his live stream, and they said everyone got scared, and that's why he got things. Here's what happened. A couple hours before the event, Sam texted me, DM me. After I think I might have DM'd him first, but a couple hours, and he goes, yo, can I come and stream it? This is about love. I had problems with him. I said, come. That attracts his audience. Next thing you know, I'm watching. Hampton Brandon's walking. That attracts his audience. It was definitely, I'm not saying it was their effect. It was a fan watching at home.
But that's what I think. It was one of
Ticketmaster
their fans.
Ticketmaster saying that specific location has been, has been targeted for a couple of times now, and that's why they feel so shitty about this. I would never. I was literally out crying.
Did you think about like sending like having a bomb squad there beforehand? Because that's the only thing you can really do is you can have the local PD come in and inspect the building before the event, and if they do that, then they can't shut down the event.
I have footage if you want, by the way, for your documentary of me prepping the day before at the venue, explaining to all YouTubers, here's your entrance, here's the metal detectors, here's where you go through, you have a private line.
I thought security was good there, but it wasn't.
I thought everything was taken care of. I never would have thought, oh, let me get like a bomb. You know, when I told my mom that today, her face, she was heartbroken because she wanted her son to succeed, and it gets ruined because somebody calls a bomb. But I'm not worried about that because I believe that through these conversations and through the help, now let's say I wanted to do a new one. But before I do it, try to plan it in 7 days. I have a meeting with you, I have a meeting with Shane, I have a meeting with Adam, I have teams around right stuff, and I'm like, guys, how can we make this the biggest event? How do we get into the Staples Center? How do we take this next level so I can do it right? First one was rushed. I tried.
Why is it so important to even do the event?
This is my purpose. I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to spread love. I want to spread the message of helping. You know, I believe in this movement. I took a year off for YouTube. If I was gonna come back, it was gonna be for something good. I had no ideas of how to come back. As I'm in Australia, did the 375-person show, realized I wasn't living to my potential. Like I had the conversation with you privately, so I was like, I'm gonna fly to LA and throw a show right away.
What about just like focusing on your YouTube career?
I'm not doing
what about
YouTube.
focusing on making good content and then building an audience and then, you know, blend in motivational stuff like you always used to do? You used to do vlogs, and then at the end of your vlogs or in the middle of your vlogs, you would, you know, try to motivate your audience. What was wrong with that?
I'm not doing that anymore. I'm no longer a content creator who serves for YouTube. My income now, even if I get $0 from YouTube, I'm going bigger. I want to tour the world with my story. I want to sell self-help books. I believe it's going to sell 100 million copies. I have a bigger purpose now.
100 million copies.
Yes,
do you know how insane that is?
And do you know that one person at one time in their life had an idea? I'm going to put a plane in the air and it's going to fly people across the ocean. And they did that. What's wrong about dreaming big?
There's nothing wrong with dreaming big.
You fighting Fortnite and you did it and you're proud of the numbers it's doing. I'm telling the world I'm going to sell 100 million copies. If I tell the world I'm going to sell 100 copies, what's the difference between selling a higher number than a lower number? There's no limitations in that.
Okay, I just want to throw this out there. Shane is so polite that he texted me while I was in the bathroom and was like, dude, I think I kind of gotta leave. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude. So I just want to like open the door for him to make. I'm so glad you guys got to meet in this environment.
I was going to ask.
Or in any environment. By the way, Shane, I'm so sorry. I had to jump in on this.
Listen, as a audience member, this is content.
That's a good question. I always wonder if people can tell what your phone number is by how you're moving your thumbs, you know?
Side topic. So yesterday I gave Banks my assurance and I promised him.
Yo, you like leaked his number. He had to change his number.
It was on complete fucking accident. Here's what happened.
Do you think maybe like just shit like that and a lot of other things, maybe you need to slow down?
100%. I'm heartbroken over what happened with Banks. So my iPhone through the event planning, anybody who's organized an event knows stress can get high. The day before the event, as everything's going good, I realized the song is dropping on midnight on iTunes. If Keem hears this, he's gonna think it's a troll to sabotage him. I don't get to pull off the reason I did the song show's wrong.
Of course I'm gonna think it's a troll.
So
you said this about peace and love and all this other shit, and then it's a diss track.
So I grabbed my phone.
And listen, I heard you try to explain to these guys, well, no, it was much more than that, and it doesn't make sense. Like you need to be.
You never had satire, you never had irony, you never told something.
Yeah, but satire and irony isn't peace and love.
But here's the thing, if Rice Gumm's whole career was built on diss tracks, and you guys have no problem taking him down, you had no problem telling the world that I should kill myself.
Rice Gum did it right before Rice Gum puts out a diss track. Does he say, hey, this is about peace and love?
I understand though, but if I'm trying to get it down, I'm telling him, like, Rice, I'm doing this to you to show you, like, I want to celebrate you through this. And I was gonna tell him, like, this isn't like, it was supposed to be a joke. I'm not a fucking rapper. You know what's funny? The song's called Lil Cutter featuring Pussy. You know what Lil Cutter means?
Little shit. Yeah.
It was a troll. It was a troll. The song had nothing to do with the event.
Okay, so this is what I think. This is what I really honestly think, okay? I think that you were in Australia, you had the idea of making it back into YouTube or whatever, in the scene, maybe not YouTube, maybe something else. I think you came up with doing the song, you realized the song was good. Actually, I like the song, alright? I think the song was good, and you said, wait, we need to do a music video? Wait, how can we hype this? How can we have, like, you know, a big event? How can I make sure that this song pops? And that's when it came into your mind, let's get a bunch of artists on stage. I'll try to get as many artists as I possibly can, and at the end, I'm gonna world premiere this song.
You were right until last time. So the idea did get sparked. The idea birthed months ago. Yeah, I didn't have the idea, but the flame, when Rice, as my brother, was on stream on Twitch and he called me irrelevant. And the reason that hurt me is because as your brother who's collabed with you, you know I struggle with mental health, you know I struggle with depression, you know for a fact I don't give a shit about views anymore. Don't put your brother down like that, it hurt me.
But if I heard that I was irrelevant, if I had your numbers right now, I'd be hungry. It would just make me hungry.
Look how hungry it made me. Now I want to sell 100 million copies to show the world how irrelevant I am. So you're 100% right though. The idea, first it was the event, 375 people, I realized I could do bigger. Next thing you know, I've been, even as a joke on my Twitch, and you should go find this, I've been telling the world, Rice Gum diss track coming soon as a joke. So I finally realized, oh, I'm in Australia, we got time, let's go in the booth. And through the song, the event got created. But the event and my speech became so much more important than the song. The song was like the smallest factor. Didn't care about it.
So is it safe to say the original idea of creating July 15th was to hype up the song?
No, because if the song had happened and let's say the event didn't happen, it was gonna be released in the same way. I wanted Rice on stage, I wanted you on stage, I wanted Banks on stage, I wanted to thank each person, I wanted to tell Rice why I made the song. So the song was never made. The song from the
That
beginning.
just seems like the worst way to promote a diss track.
No,
Have the
you're
person-
missing the intention. It's not a diss track. You're still calling it a diss track. You don't need to look at him to see if he agrees. I'm having a conversation with him as a man.
No, I'm just looking at him for someone to jump in the middle here. So
That's
because,
between you.
but you have this version of reality here, and I have this version of reality here. So I just need someone else to jump in.
But let's look at intention. Ask me the intention. Let me sit down with Rice privately and tell him. That's my boy. I smoke up with him all the time. He comes to play basketball at Alex's. We chill.
He said that when you made the diss track on him, it made absolutely no sense because there's no beef.
And I saw what he said in your clip about Fousey has no idea what he's doing. I don't think Rice would even understand like why I did this unless I explained it to him. There is no beef. Exactly. There wasn't beef. It isn't a diss track. He's my brother. Everybody in the studio knew he was my brother. They knew I was doing this to troll. They were laughing and they were wondering what he's gonna say when I tell him, yo, by the way, Lil Cara means little shit. I'm trolling the whole white world. Because everybody who's reacting to it right now are saying Lil Cara. And that's exactly how I said they were gonna be reacting. Because it's a troll. I literally pulled the ultimate troll. But through that song and the intention, Hate Dies Little Rise was birthed, and that's why I got the idea. Look, if I could go back right now, knowing that there was gonna be a bomb there, all this and just say, fuck the song. And I even contemplated with my team the day before, do we go on with it? And it wasn't until after the event, late at night, I was like, you know what? Stand strong in your belief that everything's gonna work out. Release the video with I took off social media today. I tweeted Twitter and an Instagram post. Just trust that let the narrative tell itself however it is. Let people talk. But when the story comes out, when conversations like this happen, it'll tell itself. And even if the whole world is against the team, what I'm understanding now in my life, as long as I understand my intention, my team understands my intention, then anybody who listens to what I'm saying and agrees with it, that's fine. Anybody who doesn't, that's fine. But I'm not gonna spend time trying to convince them of my message anymore. Because that's how I ruined my YouTube career. Instead of just living in my great potential and being who I could have been, which is what Logan Paul did, what Jake Paul did, I left because I let the comments from your channel, from my Twitter, and everything define me. Starting from when Leafy is here, used to vandalize my name and hate
I can't believe we didn't mention him this whole time. I was thinking about him 3 different times. I thought maybe he would come out on July 15th. I think he's coming here. He's the next one. He's gotta be coming right. No, honestly, like Jay-Z could show up right now and be like, sorry, but only 4 mics. Dude, honestly, I talked to Shane like on Mom's Basement, right? And he doesn't follow like really anything on YouTube, so he is so lost. Like, yeah, like when we're talking about Fousey, Shane is like, so he has like a fake hair thing? No, yeah, it makes sense.
I used to be scared to tell people, but now I show people. And it's funny because now I have grown men who come up to me at like the airport and they're like they don't care about YouTube or anything, but they're like, oh, I saw your video about hair loss. They take off their hat, they go, thank you, bro. I was so insecure. I mean, of course, it's hard. When you go polish, yeah, it ruins your fucking life.
So then why don't you focus on that? And why don't you focus on that kind of stuff rather than trying to be like the leader of a concert? Like as a normal person who like doesn't whatever. Like for me, that if I saw somebody post a picture of my face with a date under it that I wasn't, but whatever, I would feel like, what is this? Used, right? Right. But if you made a video saying all these similar things in a genuine way, I would be like, oh, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels very like he made a lot of those videos, a lot of them.
Well, from this point forward, got it. From this point forward, and I'm asking you guys this on this table. Team, I see your eyes, and I feel like you're still, because you're thinking about your documentary, still thinking I'm in the wrong, and you're missing my intention here. And I hope you're seeing the bigger picture of telling the story rather than showing.
I think that you are in the wrong in certain situations, in certain details, right? But I also think that part of you really wanted this to be. I think that you started off wanting to get popular with this diss track, all right? Then I think that you figured out the best way to promote this is by selling love and peace, because who doesn't want love and peace? And then you just added, well, let's end racism, because everyone wants to end racism. So if you can put out all these different reasons for people to show up to the event, you can promote the song.
Fuck the song.
And you also put out there, like, this is gonna be,
Yo, I gave a speech about being a Muslim in America at the age of 28.
just real quick, there was one more thing. You also said that this was gonna be like the after party of the World Cup, you know? Like, I didn't go to the event and see them talking about football or soccer.
People were throwing their Mexico flags in the air.
Yeah, I
said
did see a little bit of it, yeah.
But it's little, you know? What you're not understanding?
You sold it as like so many different things. Just anything to get people to go. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's just so many angles.
By the way, guys, it's Kayla's 8th birthday party, July 15th. Like, it's just everything, right? Yo, I really, but here's the thing. I know I went crazy with it. I did it. You're right. But I swear to God, I did it. And like, you know, I am like with my ideas as a grandiose as they can get. I did it as crazy as that, but thinking, why should I say no if I believe that it's right? So I did it with good intention. I might have fucked up, but I did it with good intention.
I get that, but like, you have a credibility issue because like, you know, with the fake pranks and the fake social experiments.
Yo.
People
When you
need
did
to
that
be
video
able to
with
trust
Russell
you.
with Fortnite, did you fake your gameplay?
Yeah.
Okay, then don't hate on me for my fake pranks when a lot of people in your crew have fake vlogs, dog.
I know,
vlogs
but-
on YouTube are fake, so don't put me down.
I know, but that was-
Yo, I may have fake
clearly-
I may have
that was
fake pranks.
clearly fake.
I may have fake pranks, but there are some people on YouTube who you know will fake their whole careers and lives, and that's a fact.
No, okay, you're not listening to me.
I am.
You just cut that right off.
Because you're trying to make a fake pranks that make me sound bad.
I'm trying to make you understand.
You watch the Kardashians fake. You watch any reality show fake. You watch the news. A lot.
You're right. You're right. I'm not gonna argue
I
with
can say something that I know about drama alert in the clubhouse right now. That if I do, you know the firestorm that'll cause, and you know what that'll do to you and your life. But I respect you as a man, and I'm not gonna leak that information because you looked at me, you smiled, you said no one knows this, so please keep this with you. I can say it right now on air, and it could end everything.
If you expose me right now, I don't care.
I would
You
never.
can,
But you're missing the point. I would never.
Listen, before I lose my train of thought here.
I'm sorry.
The credibility issue because of the fake pranks and the fake social experiments and all that stuff, right? I feel like people need to trust you, right? So when you promoted this event with all these different angles and all these different things that it was supposed to be, like it comes down to, what was this? What was this really supposed to be about?
July 15th. and watch what it turns into. This was just the beginning. I started my new chapter of life. That chapter you were talking about who I was, that person who I told you about who was suicidal, he died last night on July 15th, and I chose a new direction in my life. And I promise you guys, with your guidance, and if you choose to stay in my life, now I will work my absolute hardest to do shit right, do shit with positive intentions, no longer hate, and introduce the world as just Yusuf Ericat. You can call me Fusi as a motivational speaker. The content I'm gonna upload from here is different now. I'm only gonna upload stuff for the message, and now I'm gonna practice what I preach every day of my life. Today there was I'll tell you later, a YouTuber tweeted hella shit at me. Instead of going at him on the thing, called him, got his number, and I was like, brother, you don't even act, that's how I'm gonna start living. If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna invite you when I'm in LA to come smoke. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be brave enough to be like, hey Shane, you know I don't usually fit into your crew, and a lot of people might have a negative stigma. Can I hang out with you one day? I'm gonna start doing stuff like that to love myself again. So look, I know this is gonna turn out however it turns out to, but I'm telling you and I'm telling you, and you know how I feel about you, and that's why you're wearing the shirt right now. And I hope you're getting an understanding of just, I know I have trouble portraying who I'm trying to portray myself as, and I ask for you guys, help me. You tell me what I should do to be credible, help me, text me like, yo, Fusi, I just think you should be as real as possible with people with what you're doing. I swear to God, just real as possible, because honestly, when you promoted that event and then everyone found out, oh, he was talking about releasing this song and it's a diss track on Rice, you lose all credibility with everyone.
I think the issue is, even beyond that, is like, okay, if you're gonna do events, you have to take doing events more seriously, because, you know, what it felt like was like you just had this burst of energy and creativity, and you kept talking about love and peace and respect and everything, and that's good. But, you know, when you do an event and it doesn't work out, then it just makes, you know, regardless if it was your fault or not, like with Tana, her credibility has been hurt because she did an event and it didn't, you know, work out the way it was supposed to. If she had done that event and killed it, then her stock would be a bit higher than it was when she started. If you do another show and you actually, like, book artists, you know, do a proper rollout with, like, everything, like, I think Fusi 2 could definitely be a dude who's known for putting on events. It's just you have to, you know, if you want to make that your thing, you gotta focus on that thing.
But you said your stock will go up?
Yeah.
My stock went all the way up, baby, because Ticketmaster and Live Nation are working out the fattest deal for me to do this right the next time, because they feel so bad with how it's
No, but I'm saying, dude, I think you lost credibility with the community. I don't think there people will come
Every
to
single
Fusi 2.
person, they will. I guarantee you I'll fill out an arena next. I guarantee my next show will be in a stadium.
Yeah, but you also guarantee that you'd have 2 million views and
And I was going to.
YouTube, and you're gonna be on Ellen next week, and like just all
And
this
I'm
other
gonna be on
stuff.
Ellen. It's gonna happen, team. I speak my life into existence. I manifest everything. My book is gonna be called July 15th. I'm gonna tell the story, and it will sell the copies. I tell you.
But you can't say that you're gonna be on Ellen, because then if you're not on Ellen, then what? Like, back to the
We
credibility.
can all be on Ellen. Yeah, yo.
You probably could. We're problematic.
You should be on Ellen.
Definitely.
You should be on Ellen. If your daughter tells you, respect your daughter by anything I've ever said about you in the past, I'm sorry. If your daughter comes to me and says, Daddy, I wanna be a NASCAR driver. I wanna be a singer. I don't want to be a dream. Tell her, honey, like, your credibility's on the floor. You can tell her, go for it.
Well, her brain isn't really like fully formed and stuff, so.
Why don't we adults live as like we did when we were young and tell ourselves we can do whatever the hell we want to do?
Yeah, but the world would be a lot different if we treated everybody like a 5-year-old, you know?
Dude,
if everybody wanted to, I think it'd be worse. Yeah. Like, I heard somebody suggest one time, everybody should always treat everybody else like it was Christmas, which sounds nice, but then you're like, well, at some point you gotta fire somebody.
Christmas isn't special anymore.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I am so mad that I have to go. If I didn't have something right after this, I'd be here all day.
Lesser known co-host, Shane Dawson, who we just sort of had on to observe throughout this, yeah.
Here's the thing. All I'm gonna say, my little final note on my end is, I didn't hate you. I know most people around me didn't have any bad opinion of you. I remember when you told me about this whole thing, even you were just like, I think it might work, and I was like, cool. Like, nobody had on mine, right? So for me, the credibility thing is more like, if you were to say like, okay, if you were to tweet at me and said, I'm trying to do a thing, contact me, we're gonna take 6 months to plan it, all these things, whatever, I would have been like, okay, cool. But because it was out of like, it was so fast and like, whatever, that
The man just came from TanaCon. Like, he was supposed to be a feature. You can't put him in that spot. Exactly.
So I'd say my advice to you, because you're asking for advice, my advice to you is like, staying genuine, planning the next thing fully, and like, being there the whole time, like from an hour before it starts. Because like, I don't care how big your team is and whatever, like, you gotta fucking be there, or else like, it looks like you knew it wasn't gonna work out, and you're like, I'm not gonna get it. You know what I mean? 100%. Have fun. One thing before you go, if I do ask for help for the next one, and I go, help me make Hate Dies Little Rice 2 correct, would you give me your guidance or advice in private? I'll give you what I can from an outsider perspective.
See, that's the thing, though. You put a lot of pressure. You put a lot of pressure on people to like.
People are allowed to say no, though, and I would respect it. I asked my friends to retweet a tweet of mine, my best friends, they didn't do it. But in that text, I said, even if you don't do it, I love you all the same. There's nothing wrong with asking for things. We should ask each other for help.
I'm gonna ask Adam real quick. Adam, you know, you get bombarded all the time with people trying to send you their music or their SoundCloud link, right? Like, it's just like you're kind of being harassed, right? So then you create a system on the stream where like, okay, if you donate $100, I'll play it. You know, there has to be a give and take. Just supply and demand type thing.
You know what I mean? So like,
Shane, much love. I really can't wait to finish this.
Sorry, Shane.
Shane understands content. Chris Long, you want to roll a blunt and sit right here and we'll all smoke one? Oh, keep making it. Hey, much love.
I'll hit it once. So I love that. Now can we, now that we're gonna like this, just relax and chill and talk? Or are you leaving? Or,
I'm down. I will continue to sit here. He's gonna roll another blunt. These things are gnarly.
You know how you said that about harassment? But I grew up with people like J. Cole as my supporter, like my inspiration. J. Cole harassed Jay-Z outside of his office building and just waiting for him through the rain, through the storm, through everything. Jay-Z walked up to him. J. Cole said, Jay, he was wearing a shirt that said, get signed by Jay-Z or die trying. He said, Jay, here's the tape. Jay looked at him and said, that's not how it was done. 2 years later, he has a line that says, Jigga wouldn't even sign my CD when he seen me. 2 years later, here we are, broke on Blueprint. He went from harassing Jay-Z outside of his building to be signed by Jay-Z on his song. What you call harassment, some people understand as energy, fire. That guy who I spoke to in Drake's ear at the club could have been like, I got a psycho error with a beard trying to meet Drake, kick him out now. He took my message and went to Drake's ear because he trusted where it was from.
No, but like, okay, let's say your message was an email, all right? That email would go right to the spam
And
folder.
there's no energy behind that. But why don't you use social media to manifest our dreams?
I mean, I don't know, dude.
We just have difference of opinions and how we operate what we believe in.
I feel like
I'm
you're-
trying to teach the new way to manifest
In your career, right? Would you agree that you're at a low point?
No, I'm at the highest point I've been.
In your overall career. Okay, let's look at
like tangible things like money and views.
like money and views and stuff like
No,
that.
I'm at the love and support now that I have. Here's the difference. I can get 10 million views, but it could be out of people telling me I should die. Or I can get the views I'm getting now, people telling me that they love me.
This is the point that I'm trying to make. Just hear me out. This is the point that I'm trying to make, okay? When you were at the top, if you would have went to me and Adam and everyone else and you would have said, and literally anyone, you would have said, hey, I want to do this event, right? That would have been so more authentic, right? But because like talking about numbers and views and all that, you're on a low in your career, it comes across as you trying to be relevant, you know?
I'm not at a low. I don't care about relevancy because I'm going to be on a stage in stadiums being a world famous motivational speaker because I see that for my life. What you see at a low point, I see myself standing tall at a kingdom because I took back control of my life. My relevancy comes from what I believe for myself. My girlfriend calls me a king, I call her a queen. I kiss the ground she walks on, she believes in my dreams. This morning she looked at me and she said, baby, this is only the beginning.
But you don't really answer my question, you just like spin it, you know?
I don't, I'm not spinning it. I'm telling you, I don't agree with this being a low point in my career. I'm at a high point.
But on certain measurements, like me and Keem, like I know for me personally, I would say, you know, I'm at a high point right now in terms of my career, just based on the things that you can quantify, like views, subscribers, money, blah, blah, that kind of thing. And you know, I can be honest about other times in my life when I was.
Just roll.
Yeah, we smoke a big doinks out here. You want that?
Yeah, but it started with a small J, now you have a big.
That's not. This thing's covered in keef that will knock your fucking socks
Is it
off.
indica or sativa?
It's like a hybrid. Indica. If you get super high, start acting funny. That'd be cool.
That's your motherfucker.
Oh fuck. If you want to smoke backwards, it's kind of fuck. Which might be good for you.
You slow down. Yo, you know Uber drive yesterday, just to give you an idea.
Shout out much
I
day.
mean, practice what I preach. So we get to that event, and I realized, fuck, be careful when you hit that. I realized I'm about to fuck up this car. Whisper to him, I had a vlog. I was like, brother, if you let me use this car right now, not only will I buy this car and repair all the damages, I'm gonna buy you a new car, and I'm gonna give you $50,000. On the way home, you know what I told him? I was like, who do you work for? He said Uber. Hey, I said, who do you work for? He said Uber. A guy named Jose. I said, you got family? He goes, yeah, I got a wife and kids. You know what I told him? With my girlfriend sitting next to me, I said, quit Uber today. You're now my personal driver. I'll take care of you, your wife, and your daughter for life because of the love you provided me tonight. And now he's gonna be on my salary. So what I'm trying to do now, all my friends, what I did before this event, talk to each of them personally. Everyone I beefed with, my whole squad is with me right now. We hated each other 3 years ago because we were all Middle Easterns, right?
Real quick, I gotta ask you a question. So this event cost you a shit ton of money, right? You're buying this guy brand new Uber, you're taking care of his family, all this stuff. You're at a low point in your career is in the sense of making money, right? You told him during the No Jumper podcast that you didn't really have money like that. So are you gonna go broke?
No. I knew it was
Tyler Perry movies. I sold a documentary when I went on a world tour growing up.
You got a lot of fucking views. My YouTube is good.
Each I have multiple channels. You know, I got billions of views. I got investors.
I only say that because you said you had channel like that.
No, I said that to say
You said you were spending money on this event, but you didn't really have
I
that.
was spending. It's like yo, I'm out because I'm not making any money in return. So my accounts are like, you said this is all money out. There's no in.
Okay, but do you see how that's like again more part of the credibility issue? Like, wait, because when I tell trying to act like he didn't have that much money, he was putting all his money into this, you know?
When I tell the story in the book, I'm gonna be like, and I said this in my accounts, and I have everything that's so special about the book is I have everything in emails and texts, and I told them, even if I lose every single dollar, I still want y'all to wire transfer the money I'm asking you to transfer because I believe in this. I didn't care, dead ass. Literally, I believe in manifestation. My dad stresses about money. My dad was a business owner. That's why he always went broke. He won the lottery when he went broke.
Speaking about manifestation or whatever, like I told you I was gonna do the documentary, and you said that you came up with that in your head. But then on the car, you were like saying I was doing it just to make money. Yeah. Who did it? Did I come up with the idea for the documentary, or did you in your head?
Beautiful. You're right. You called me out on that. But here's why I got frustrated on the car. Because you know, and I told you this in text. If the event had gone right, the documentary would have made me look like a fucking savage, and people would have been like, yes, and it would have given me credibility. Me being on that car, and the questions you were asking me, because we didn't have this discussion yet, I already saw in my head, because I let fear take over, that this documentary was gonna fuck me up, so I looked like a fucking monster just lashing out at you. I felt like shit when I woke up this morning.
And you had the wife beater up here, it looked like a tank top.
I felt like I was like, you know what I was terrified, can I be honest? Now that we're smoking a big doink, I can tell you all this. I'm outside on a car with people around me. I got every news station there. I know, and I'm also talking about the president. I'm talking about Palestine and Israel. I'm talking about serious shit. I literally on that stage broke down in tears. And there's even a clip I can send you. Somebody in the crowd took it where I'm getting in the car. I'm asking everybody to pray for my safety. I was so scared up there. I thought me talking about the issues I was talking about, I'm talking about politics here, real life shit. I was gonna get assassinated, dead ass.
I don't think anybody brought their guns to this.
But that's crazy. What you just said is crazy. What you said is crazy.
Tupac Shakur,
People
X
diss Tupac
Martin Luther King
and
Jr.
Donald Trump all the
I'm
time.
not calling myself them, but these are all people who spoke out about serious shit.
You're not on that level, dude. You're not like a political. You're not like a Malcolm X.
I gave people a speech yesterday by telling them,
You
guys,
sent a speech that you were worried about your family's safety.
I said the power is in the people. I said fuck food. They start shouting Boosie. I said stop, fuck Boosie. It's us. I'm trying to tell them we're all kings and queens. This voice you're talking about, I'm not that voice. But everybody in that crowd together, spreading that energy of love, fuck racism, fuck everything, that's what could change the world. So I'm telling people, I can't change shit. I'm not Tupac. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm nobody. But if I get you, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, if I be crazy enough to try to get all these people into one room in one night, this voice is helping. If I get them all in one room in one night, all of us together can.
At what point did you say the president was talking about your event?
I
Did you
didn't
ever
say
say
that.
that?
No.
Okay, I heard it like it was a private conversation in a text
No, I
message.
said, it's on my Instagram. I said, I think I was sending, I forgot what I was sending message to. I said, I want more eyes on this event than the president has on his country.
Little subtle shade.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I wanted to say that. It's no disrespect to the president. I'm saying that because
Does that make America great again?
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yo, if every artist who I wanted there, LeBron James, everybody was in that room, and they let go of everything, classism, why they're over here, but we're over here just because he's good at basketball, that's shit, like, put us all on the same level for one night, that shit's gonna be powerful. It's no longer about celebrities and the difference between celebrities and the fans. Fuck that. We're all celebrities if we choose to use our powers together. Support each other. You give love to me, I give love to you. You give love to me, I give love to you. All of a sudden, ideas get bigger. I did this idea when I got on my own. Imagine if with the second I got that idea in Australia, I hit you up, how big you could have
Yeah, but you don't understand. Like we get millions of views on YouTube. If he would have did that, he could have pulled it off. I think I could.
Exactly. Imagine if we all went together on it. I'm just saying the world should help
on. So
Go for
we
it.
can
I believe
work on
in
that.
it. I fucking believe in it.
But if we're gonna do that, we should probably like charge people and like figure out how we're gonna split the money. We should probably take like at least 6 months to plan it.
No, actually,
and we should.
that's the problem with VidCon is they don't pay any of the creators.
I know, and that's why we would have an incentive to actually start something dope.
we would pay every creator that shows up.
And bro, we should get like fucking Jordan Peterson or some shit. Make everybody super mad. And then Joe Rogan. Oh, definitely. Dude, like the Black Seed convention.
You know what? Way back in the day, my name used to be DJ Keepstar. And like people still call me that because that's how they learn my name. You know, but yo, something to you. Remember how you in the past videos all this shit, and then there was a time where you literally posted videos like, why am I getting all this hate? You came out of that, and you're the only person at that time who came out of that alive, and now you're running shit. Because you were able to do that, all I ask is that you look at me through my fuck ups, through my things that you might know better than me. You're older than me. You're wiser. Instead of just saying like, Pussy, you're doing this wrong. Tell me in a way so I can learn, so I can come out of it just like you. Okay, I'll tell you. That was the best way. No, not now. In life. No, let me tell you like right now how I did it. Okay. So. Oh, you're telling me how you. I thought you were telling me what I'm doing wrong in my life. I was like, I'm too high for this. No, I'm gonna tell you how I survived. You know, why am I still getting hate? A bunch of people had old clips of me when I was trolling and saying horrible things, okay? But I was saying them in the context of comedy. They were for online trolls and stuff like that. Some stuff was legitimately bad, like the Alex clip I'm sure everyone has seen. But all that stuff when I didn't ever think I was gonna even have a fucking YouTube career that was out there, other than, because like way back in the day, we didn't even get paid. Like all gaming channels couldn't get partnered on YouTube, right? So this was all for fun. Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon are here for the record. What the fuck are we gonna do? Well, we can get Ice on the mic. I'm gonna actually tell them I'm going to be like 10 minutes, because I gotta go to a meeting. Okay, yeah, tell them to come in 10 minutes as soon as Keemstar's done. Yeah. Because we're gonna finish this and then they can both come on. Content fest. This is gonna sound crazy. It's a high thought right now. But what I've been doing is yesterday after the event, if you wonder how I handled it, instead of like, 'cause I could have been so sad, I turned off my phone. I ordered food for all my friends. We played Drake music and we were dancing with good energy. And I told them, I was like, guys, my career in life gets ruined when I'm on my phone finding bad about me. I ask you guys as my friends, if you see anything good about today's event, share it with me. Because what that'll do, you sharing with me and us all looking for good, it's like a free. Yeah, but you're also living. If you do that, you're also living in a world of yes men. You can't do that. No, you're living in a world of positivity. This is why I said that. Right now, this started with you and Shane. Y'all started energy. All of a sudden, I come. We got Ice Poseidon and Sam Pepper. There's energy.
No, but it is great.
The fuck? This shit on that. We're gonna get a team. We should come through and let you. No, let me explain. I told you all I want to do is smoke with you and chill.
I want to hear what you want to say, and then I want to make a statement, and then maybe we could end this after that.
Okay. I just want to say real quick how I survived. I survived on YouTube by being real and being honest. There were things that I did that was wrong in the past, and I had to apologize for it. I had to own those, right? But there were also things that I wasn't guilty of. There were things that were being made up that were complete lies. So I defended myself on those things. I kept it as real as possible. And going forward, I knew that I had to make my show more entertaining. You know, I needed to like put my voice in. I need to share my opinion on my show because before I did it as much as I do now, so I could have a relationship with my audience. And it was just those two things, really. And you know, my channel just blew up because I focused on that. Are you focused on the entertainment? I know you're focused on sharing your opinion, but are you focused on the entertainment to build up the credibility with an audience?
That's beautiful.
How I plan on doing it moving forward, and you can tell me if this is not good. I'm gonna use social media far less. Every thought that comes into my mind doesn't go on the internet. I take time to just be off of the internet now, and I only create when I'm not gonna do daily. I'm not gonna do vlogs. I'm not gonna clickbait shit that I don't believe in. I'm only gonna post something that I actually took time, and when the idea came to me, you know, when you wait, it comes natural. I'm only gonna post content in those moments, because I'm no longer fuck subscribers, man. I love myself, you know what I mean? Fuck the chase of subscribers, because anytime I chase subscribers and views, yeah, money was good, views were good, subscribers were good, but I was miserable and everybody hated me, and the money didn't make me happier. So now that I'm saying like J. Cole, fuck money, spread love, I'm gonna try to use YouTube now. Like I wanna be at the top, because I know what that comes with. Like if you wanna be a Logan, a Jake, a Deji, a KSI, you gotta be ready to have anybody say anything and everything about you, and you can't give a shit, because that's why you're at the top. If you give a shit, you're not. I can't do that, so I'm gonna manage it how I can. So I'm only gonna use YouTube on a frequent, like moderate level that my mental capacity can sustain. Because I, as somebody who goes through depression and bipolar, can't sustain a frequency of every day. Because then I'm forcing it, I'm not living in the moment, I'm not present. This whole conversation, I'm gonna touch my phone, I'm gonna make eye contact with you, because I'm making a conscious effort to be a better person and listen more.
I got ADHD, I have to look away.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like bad.
Have you ever, it's a personal question, I'll ask later.
What I do is I just try to multitask, that's the only way I can focus.
But I bet it's aided you in the fact of how much you've gotten done at once.
Yeah, I'm a machine, yeah.
Yeah, you're not working at one thing at the only one thing, you're probably building an empire while somebody's like building a cancer.
Can I ask you a question, Pussy? Let me ask you a question. How does it feel to have had, like when we think about YouTube, if there was a YouTube heavyweight division, you held the throne for a period of time, like you were that number one dude, like the same way that Jake Paul or Logan Paul feel right now. Regardless of how hated they were, you were like the fucking champion. And to guys like me and Keem, it was kind of like, what the fuck did all these people see in this dude? He's crazy, he's a fucking lunatic. Who is this guy? But you were doing fucking numbers. That Roman Atwood, you could have probably put him in that category around the same time too, where he was like right up there, just killing it. How does it feel? You still do decent numbers. You know, it's not like you're fucking out here not doing shit. The video you made about confronting me had like 800K. Right, yeah.
I did a new channel, called it the Cat Family Turns Boosie, made 1 million subscribers, walked away from that one.
You doing all the different channels obviously has not been good for your retention. The question really is just like, how do you feel when you look at that and when you see somebody like Jake Paul doing 5 million views a day? Does it not feel like, I know that like somebody who was the champion of the world is always gonna fucking look back on that and like miss that feeling of that rush of being number one.
You know why it's such a good question? Because that's sort of why this whole thing came about. It humbled the fuck out of me, and it killed my ego, and it showed me, yo, you can't treat it like you're gonna have it forever and not be grateful for it, because then it could be stripped away from you. There was a time I tweeted on the internet like a jackass, and I said, oh my god, I got paid 300-something thousand this month from YouTube. We shouldn't be getting paid this much. The universe heard that and said, fuck you, numbers down. You learn from it, I attracted that to myself. So when I got to the bottom,
Wait,
your CPM started crashing? That's a trajectory.
Well, you think when you snitch on your earnings, they fuck your shit up?
He made a bunch of money, so he did like this humble brag. I saw it as a humble brag, maybe it wasn't. And he showed that he made $300K in a month. He said we shouldn't be making this much.
Oh, someone
I thought you were saying that we were being overpaid. I was, but then when I talked to Tyler Perry about this, because he's the highest actor in the world, I said, Tyler, you have so much. He's the highest actor in the world.
He is. I'm the highest actor in the world.
No, but I asked him this. This is a beautiful thing. We're not talking about porn.
It's okay.
Johnny, roll another one.
We should get ice in here.
Yeah.
Chris, go get ice in here. Swap out for you.
I'm swapping out as well.
You are? Okay. Hey, much love. Thank you, brother.
I think we got it.
I think we learned a lot.
Yo, thanks for that. So we're good now. We don't gotta think later? No, I think we're gonna. Those are the main questions. Yo, the team doing is solid. And now after talking about this and
Get them two in here.
also this footage, see how you can implement it to tell an actual story. So leave it where people aren't picking a side. They're just seeing what happened. I think I got it. Alright. Love you, bro. Bro, that shit got me so high. I have to say what I was gonna say. Tyler Perry, he told me. Cause I asked him, I was like, you make so much money. When do you why don't
Sand pepper in this bitch. Ice beside in this bitch.
I was streaming this with that.
You can keep streaming, don't matter.
Keep streaming. We have energy here.
Just you guys want to sit down? Somebody on that side,
Yo,
somebody on
Ice
this
looks so
side.
good in real life.
You know what Ice looks like?
Cut my hair. Let me help you. What's up, Sam?
Ice looks like those like racist Jewish cartoons that like your fans are always posting.
Racist Jewish cartoon.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking awful cartoons of what like stereotypical Jewish dude. Like your fucking fans are the types of people who post that shit on fucking Twitter and people's replies and shit. But to be honest, you kind of look like that.
I mean, I hope not. I mean, thanks, dude. I guess or shit.
I'm sorry. Goddamn, we understand Pepper live stream right here.
Yes,
It's
we're
lit.
actually.
Have you guys met?
No, but we're Eskimo brothers. Is that what you call it?
Oh shit! Wow, you fucked the same girl.
Oh yeah. Wait, yeah, we did have sex. Don't say your name, please. I got a girlfriend now. I love her so much. Fuck it, dude. No, I'm not saying it. Don't worry. But that's kind of funny. And we shared the same sentiments regarding the situation. Yeah, I feel like when I went in her, I felt your energy in that pussy, dog. I did. I felt it. What the fuck did this just turn into?
You guys are gay.
I'm sorry just to turn up. I mean, I guess that's the thing that you did. That's beautiful. I love that. I mean, I obviously DM'd you because I wanted to clear things up, but then I watched your stream and like you're loosely dropping things to imply that I was somewhat involved with what went down. That's the vibes I was getting. I apologize for that. I apologize for that completely. Even when I talked to my manager, he said, yo, the reason I did this to Sam, and he explained like some shit about running, I never once. And even when I said it here, when I explained that you and Hampton Red came, during this live stream, I said, I'm not saying it was their audience, but I'm saying it was like, it was a fan. It wasn't me. It was a fan. And that's what I was saying. Yeah, not a fan, someone, yeah. So you want to hear my series of events what went down? I have no idea. I wouldn't heard it. I want to like try and tell you what went down because there was some like kind of borderline problematic behavior from some of your staff. I don't know your relationship with John Fitzpatrick, or is he your manager, or you work together at all, or you help on the event? Yeah, whatever. So him and Country, I both had some altercations with them at the event. So you know how it went down. I DM'd you said come by. I talked to your girl or your assistant, girlfriend, and she came and gave me the password to the Wi-Fi, and she gave me bands, and I went in. And I streamed an event. We got called out. Someone said there was a power cut, which obviously it turned out not to be a power cut. They called us into another room and they said, look, there's been this bomb threat, and we think it's a prank. We're gonna clear everyone out. Once that's done, we're gonna pull people back in. Okay? I'm still streaming at the time.
Like they completely.
I go outside. So I go back, sit in the VIP. Let me rewind. I'm side stage, right very beginning. This is when Adam is on.
Targets, because this is not.
And they're like, yo, you want a Wrigley's deal? And I turn around and it's fucking John Fitzpatrick. And John Fitzpatrick used to be my manager back in Collective. Oh shit! Yes. This goes deep. So this is kind of So anyway, he says that to me, and it's a snide remark because of all of the drama that happened back in the day. He dropped me as from Collective, and also I had this Wrigley's deal that was for $70,000 for one video, and I lost that deal. So he comes up behind me and says, "Can I get you a Wrigley's deal?" As a snide remark, like "Fuck you, you got dropped, you lost everything, and you lost that money." And I said nothing to this guy. And so I'm just understanding now, like right, whatever. I don't engage in it because I know I'm better than that. And to be honest with you, I think he was a bit drunk, but I don't think that's an excuse for saying anything. I walk off and I'm explaining to my stream what's going on. I don't know. Okay, the way he's at the bar a lot. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's drunk, so but whatever. Let's not make this like just tell it, but don't help. Like I work with him. I don't like him as a person. I respect him. Okay, I'm just saying in my opinion. I think he was drunk. Don't take that for fact. I walk off and I explain the story to my stream, and he's kind of like lingering in front. He's hearing the whole story. What the story I just told you about how the drama and I walk a bit forward, and then he comes back to me again for his second bit. And this time he says to me, you know why Wrigley's actually didn't work with you? Wrigley's is a huge company. They have a stadium. Like everyone knows Wrigley's gum. Who are you? What's your name again? What's your name again? And he just looks at me and he just keeps saying it over and over again. What's your name again? Yes, on stream, but the connection was really bad, so I was going in and out of this. A lot of it's on stream and some of it isn't. So I have to pull up all the clips if you want to see them. I have to go through them and I'll compile them, whatever, if you really want to see it. But I'm telling you the truth, right? What's your name again? What's your name again? And I'm like not playing into it. I'm just standing there, pointing the camera at him, letting him know what to say. Because when people are idiots like that and just brainless haters, it's much more productive just to film them. Because the live stream sees them for who they are. So I point the camera at him, he's saying it over and over again, and then eventually he walks off. And then that's when the bomb threat happened. We all get pulled outside. The service is really bad now. I walk back in a little bit. I'm kind of like getting my Wi-Fi. I'm standing around, and this is when Country walks up to me. So Country sees me inside, and he says, "Yo, you can't be here," which is a fair point. I think that's completely fair. I also heard like you were in an area that no one was allowed to be in. I was like, you know where the I don't know if did you check the venue before? Yeah. So I was in the VIP area, and everyone was being holded on this like outside section of the VIP area. I was in the VIP area where the food was, and there wasn't many people around, maybe one or two. People using the restroom, blah blah blah. So he comes up to me. He's coming in pretty hot, but I completely agree with him. If he wants me to like move out of an area, I'll move out of an area. So wait,
Pussy throwing shade by looking at Ice's chat.
no, I'm trying to read.
The no jumper chat.
Yeah. So he comes up to me pretty hot, and he he starts kind of like, you know when someone says come to you and you start walking, but then they're like still like pushing.
Who's this from?
Country.
Oh, because that's my like. He'd take a bullet for me.
Okay, but you weren't there and there was no one for him to take a bullet for. I was already leaving.
I'm just telling you how I know my thing. He was probably told.
He's an aggressive person.
He was probably told. Somebody probably told it. Yeah. No, like somebody probably told him keep an eye out on this guy.
I know exactly who told him that. Anyway, so he starts pushing me. He starts pushing me. The moment I go around the corner, John Fitzpatrick's standing right there. Okay, it makes sense why Country's being so aggressive with me now. I keep walking towards the exit, and I'm checking out the main exit right now, where all the fans are waiting. So all the like VIPs or whatever you call them, influencers, were in a separate section. They chucked me out into like where all the fans were, which I don't give a fuck. I go out. As I'm going out, John Fitzpatrick grabs my streaming phone, rips it off me. He says, "I'm taking this," and Country pushes me out the door. Country stands there, he's a big guy, and blocks the whole door. Every time I try to reach to grab my phone, give me my phone, he pushes me back, over and over again. Eventually with like, the cops have seen this because the cops told me I saw you getting kicked out and saw the whole thing go down. 22 minutes after of this going backwards and forwards, I finally get my phone. I'm like, fuck this, I'm out of here, I don't want to deal with this fucking swatting, I don't want to fucking deal with this drama, I don't want to deal with this manager being an unnecessary arsehole to me. So I start walking down the hill. As I'm walking down the hill, this other guy comes up to me, and I don't know his name. No, it's all relevant. No, it's all relevant. This other guy comes up to me, and he starts asking me, why are you here? Why are you here? What are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm invited. And he's like, how? Who invited you? I'm like, Uzi said I could come. I spoke to his assistant, girlfriend, whatever. I showed him the DMs and he says fine. In Adams 22's vlog, which I later see at a later date, which is relevant to what I'm going to tell you, Country is in the background, talking to the police, right behind me, right? He's talking to the police. The moment I start walking off, I'm walking down, Country comes running down. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The police have said we're free to leave if you want it. You're not going anywhere. He's pushing me. And on, what them, you know, like his names who are with you, right next to you vlogging at the same time. I have a footage I can show you later.
DDG in them?
Yeah, I don't know. They're pushing me. They have video of Country pushing me, grabbing my arm, not letting me leave. I'm like, why are you detaining me? Like, you have the right to do that first of all. And I haven't done anything wrong, just let me go. And he won't let me go. He keeps pushing me, he keeps on me, This goes on for enough for everyone, all the influencers to see it's going on. Then he starts shouting, officer. These two officers run over to me, instantly handcuff me, search me, and put me in the back of a police car for 3 hours. While I'm sitting in the back of the police car, they left me alone. I'm just chilling, dude. I'm here to... Let's just hear out the story. Okay. Because you gotta go on for fucking ever otherwise. Whilst I'm sitting in the back of... Fuzi, you want to listen to this, so you're gonna have to address this. This is your team you're talking about. Whilst I'm sitting in the back of the police car, right in front of me is the whole police report. 4 pipe bombs have been laid underneath the crowd. They're going to be detonated, and the police told me that they said they wanted $5,000. Suspect. Guy wearing a black t-shirt, shaved head with his nose pierced, okay? Not me. You were wearing a black t-shirt, yes, you have your nose pierced, you have a shaved head. I'm not saying you did it. I'm saying the person... I'm not saying you did it. The person who called it in was trying to frame you as the suspect, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, then why am I sitting here? Like, why am I sitting in the back of this cop car if I'm not a suspect, right? They never called in my name, they never called in my details. It turns out after 3 hours of me sitting there and I worked these details out and I asked the cops, they say, you know the people that chucked you out? One of the teams, so I don't know whether it's Country and I don't know whether it's John Fitz, I can't confirm this. One of them two told the police I was shouting that I had a bomb. You want me to answer? I mean, like, do you not think that's like the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? Can I answer now? Yeah, sure. I give you the floor, so can I get the floor now? Oh, absolutely. Alright, first of all, I'm happy to be talking to you. Me and you did not talk to each other for a long time, and I admit, as a friend who was with you at that time that everything did happen, I did distance myself from you, just what anybody else does in fear of like, oh my god, do I be a real ass person and support this dude, or do I do what all the sheep are doing and distance myself? I knew you personally and I did do that, so first and foremost, I apologize for that. I should have at least texted you to see how you were doing. This is years ago. Yeah, no, so I'm happy to share the room with you now because I've grown a lot as a person. Thanks for that pleasure. And you had a lot of fun with me at the time. I mean, we're good friends, so I appreciate that, man. And I knew you when I did abandon you, so I do apologize. If I could go back, I would have treated it with tenderness and care. Just been like, man, I know you, I apologize, you know? Even if I'm not even saying you did it, but even if, right? We should still be there for each other, right? So I say what I'm about to say with love. It's the only way I know how to answer. You might not like it. It's not the answer you're looking for, but I genuinely believe, I believe in energy. And I believe literally through energy, you attracted Shane, me, Keen, now you guys. The drama in your life starts way before July 15th. You live your life through drama. You stream drama, you profit off of drama. Everything you do is for content. You're running away from the cops every day of your life. You're living in fear. You're getting in fights with your friends. You're getting in fist fights. You're getting slapped with people. Because that's the life you're choosing to live. So I have no doubt that the energy that you walk around with attracted itself to the venue. I'm not saying it was your fault. I'm not saying it was you. I'm not saying it was your audience. But the issue here isn't Country. It isn't John Fitzpatrick. It's how you live your life as a person. Saying because of my energy, it justifies the fact that one of your staff shouted, lied to the police. You manifested into your life. I manifested that one of your staff members would lie to the police and commit a criminal offence by deceiving. Because you live your life that way every day. How can you justify that? When's the last time? So when a school shooting happened, you say everyone that got shot in that school shooting, they manifested the fact that you were going to get shot or retarded. I didn't say that. Don't use the word retarded first off. Yo, the truth hurts. I said it with love. Because you're pressed as shit right now. You're angry right now. You're shaking. You're shivering. There's water in your eyes. What you're saying is actually insane. Because the truth fucking hurts, Sam, and I'm saying it with love. It's comical. When's the last time you were arrested? When's the last time you talked to a cop? When's the last time you got in a fight with a friend? Every day of your life, dog. Start being happier. Start being nice to people. I'm a happy person.
Crush your beef with everybody. Stop getting into fights.
Okay, so what did you do for the swatting to happen at your event?
What did I do?
Yeah, no, because your negative energy must have brought that there.
Not true.
I thought you were the most positive, happy energy vibe.
Not true. And that's why I invited Vitaly.
But why?
That's why I invited Keen.
So then why did the swatting happen then? Because if the energy there was good, if you had positive vibes, then that shouldn't happen. Don't you know the secret?
It happened because I invited you.
So were you winning the swatting?
It happened because I invited you. No, but I was willing to make the most noise that anybody's ever heard. And guess what?
No.
Now look what's happening.
You didn't make the most noise. You got Keemstar.
I just sat you in your place and told you how I feel about you, and you're literally aching in your seat, dog.
No, I'm not aching. What you're saying is
Get Boozy in the army.
No, stop. Stop, Ollie. But no, I'm trying to be spread love. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be real right now. No, I'm actually trying to be real. I get what you're saying. You got these people saying yes, and when you have these crazy ideas, yes, and I don't think it's helping you. You're not around people that are helping you. You're not around people that are real with you. You're not people sitting here.
You're around people who bitch slap you live on stream.
Yeah, and when
Why are you doing
I didn't want to be around
that? You're around people who cuss you out. You're around people who like people fucking violate you on a daily basis. I'm around people who tell me they love me. You're around people who tell you they hate you. I surround myself with people who protect me. You surround yourself with people who don't give a fuck about you.
If they hate me rather than be around me and say they love me when they don't.
My people do love me. That's why I asked her to be my girlfriend after last year. That's why all my friends flew out here at the flip of a dime. And that's why they'll do anything for
Because you said if you fly them out here, you're gonna find out parents are
because I love them. I love me.
Yes, come on.
You look like a bitch tonight. Sam, as your boy, you look like a bitch tonight. You don't understand it now, but I hope when you're older, you watch back this and realize how much of a bitch you were to me.
I look like a bitch, right? Me coming here and saying my point of view is real and not being someone who sits here and says, yes, Susie, what you're doing is amazing. It's all about the energy. When someone put me in the back of the police car by telling the police that I want that it's my fault because the energy fucking landed on me. Shut the fuck up, no. I'm not a fucking hater, Susie. I've loved watching your fucking saga for the last week. It's been very, very entertaining. And
My career was actually very nice to watch too. I'm sure you've seen that. My career was actually very fun to watch too.
Yeah, ups and downs, and every time there's a fucking new Fuzi outburst, I love watching it and watching the fucking drama of that and seeing what the fuck's going on, right? It's fun. People love to pry into other people's lives, okay? When your life has problems, watching someone else who's very successful have problems helps ease that a little bit, okay? That's why reality TV shows work, and that's why people love prying into other people's lives, because it takes away from the issues in your own life. I'm just saying, the way you deflected exactly what I came here to talk to you about, in my opinion, is the...
You deflected why I called you a bitch?
No, because
You did. Listen, I got nothing left to say to you. If you want to smoke and talk outside, we can do that, but I have nothing left to say to you here on air. We can handle this like real men off air if you want to continue the conversation. But here at home,
you just deflected.
talk to me outside then if you want to continue. Off the street.
What does that mean, though?
It means talk to me like, why
would you want... Okay,
I'm done talking to you. You don't even understand me.
people here could be thinking that I'm a bitch or you're a bitch, right?
You're lucky I
if
haven't
we go
watched-
out there, I'm never going to know how it ends. Why would you not want to just have your say and everyone in the world know, yes, Fuzi chooses
Because I'm a real man and I don't need yes men on the internet to tell me who the fuck I am, you little bitch.
WWE guy, put your mic down.
I'm staring at you in the face and telling you that you're missing what I'm saying. If you want to talk outside, face to face.
No, not me. What's that mean? What's the getting close to me? What's the grabbing mic?
Like and subscribe.
I don't want to do anything bad, and I'm trying to get to you.
mic in the chat.
I'm trying to say, if you want to talk outside without him, or whoever's watching, and handle it between two real humans face to face and understand each other, and think, no, you're right,
This makes no difference.
You know what makes a difference? For us to do it in real life, 'cause I don't agree with
What did
anything you said.
I DM'd you.
I don't agree with anything you do, anything you stand by, how you live your life. We are not the same. I'm a fucking champion. You're beta as fuck. I'm an alpha. I'm a lion.
That's a yikes from me on that one.
And you're a yikes from me on that one. I love you. I'm gonna hang out. If you want to talk to me about being on the RV, bro, this is my number, right? Can I take these, Jay?
Yeah. Shout out to Bearwoods.
Hey, before I leave,
Those are gonna get hot. Yes.
I bet it's better than...
Let's not play like a bit of it because I don't want to get a copyright claim. Because so far for this whole video, we're good on the no copyright content.
Like Lil Cut Up, featuring Fuzi. Now, Lil Cut Up means little shit from trolling the world.
There's a video and
You're
everything.
playing Fortnite? That's an advertisement.
There's an advertisement for Fortnite. That's fire. Featuring Khaled Bon, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because Khaled talks to me in real life. He's my Palestinian brother. Do you know DJ Khaled?
I know his son. Diss track.
Lady first, they dissing next, that's just a game.
Gang.
Who rapper lives with his ghostwriter, man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
A character with no character, man, that's a shame. I bought my mama crib, that's a fact. Bought myself a crib, matter of fact. You rent where you live, your whole crew's paying rent to live, that's a fact. So much happened, I've been absent. Online spasm, throwing tantrums.
True.
They been lying to the youth. Now it's time to tell the truth. Sam ain't got no spirit, got no deeper layer. One goes writer, one goes Fortnite player, one goes thinker, one goes Twitter poster. Add it up and Sam Pepper, so everything in his life. Jake Paul's your slurp juice.
Jake Paul name drop.
I practically birthed you.
I like that.
When they caught you in the RV sleeping, they
Wait, let's learn this
brought it back to Cali with LeBron. KSI and Deji acting strong. Logan warned me not to let them use me. Tyler Perry put me in his movies. Show me the facts. That's what you know. It's the weekend, I'm on a roll. Bella Hadid DM me back with an XO. And you wanna do something now, I'm gonna end this on your stream? I'll show you Bella Hadid in my DMs.
Nobody can. That's why it's so funny.
Bella Hadid is the
Bro, you gotta smash the brag. If you're gonna brag about a girl doing something, you gotta like get head or something, right? You can't brag about a DM.
The weekend always gets in the way. Whenever I think I'm close, there's a picture from the weekend. That's why the line. You're fucking weekend.
The weekend got some clout, but he ain't got Pussy Tube clout. The weekend ain't Pussy Tube.
I got Bella Hadid in my DMs. What's the last girl you got in your DMs?
The Chloe Gallum said. Oh, wait, I forget though, it's about ego, it's about clout.
You still any girlfriends or not?
I don't have a girlfriend until like the last couple of days.
Oh, are you loyal to her?
I'm gonna be.
We gotta talk about
I
that.
hope you say that way. Treat her right. My girlfriend is my queen. But that
Shall we talk about your past? Is that what you were just bringing up mine, right?
What's my past?
Shall we talk about yours? No, because I don't do that.
No, talk to me.
We're talking about current now. Exactly.
I'm telling you,
I like that when I talk that on stream.
I've said my past to the world.
You just said to me, yo, you gonna cheat on your other girlfriends?
Oh yeah, that was a little bit.
It was a lie, right? But you never cheated on her.
I cheated many times.
Yeah, fuck it, that's what I'm saying. Fuck it, honestly.
That's why I'm asking you. No one cheated.
No one cares. Your whole song's about, your whole movement right now is about lose your ego. At the beginning of your song, you just say, they only care about clout, la la la. And then you drop Bella Hadid's name.
Bella Hadid in my DMs.
No one cares.
Four ghosts on YouTube. Yo,
Bella Hadid's in a home like
Bro, I hope in every single stream for the rest of your life, your audience reminds you how much of a bitch you look like tonight.
I'm sure they will, thank you.
You will. Bitch! Count how many times I called him a bitch, flipped him off, told him he's a little sucker in real life, and he's a bitch who acts on the internet. And I'll give you guys, like, put up a thing. I'll throw a party in LA and throw a pizza party for you guys. I'll order that many pizzas in honor of this little bitch.
Please don't roast me about this in the chat forever, Lord. Please, guys.
Don't mess with somebody trying to spread positivity and love.
Right, wait. I love that sentence. Say it again, please. Your life is ruined after this.
You gotta go out this. You can't go out the front anymore.
Your most
Chris,
number one iTunes melody in my DM for the next show.
Thank you, no problem.
Pussy, you gotta go out this way.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I mean, if you actually answer my DMs, you DM me and I'll DM you back, and you don't DM me back for like weeks.
Wanna come too? Let's do
Oh, I'll go. Oh yeah.
Fuck Keemstar, everybody. I'll put Keemstar a little no mouth, it'll be dope.
Hell yeah.
Can we
Hell
just
yeah.
summarize that whole
DMs.
chat with the last sentence he said before he walked out the door? This is the last sentence he said when he walked out the door. How's your life ruined? He said, yeah, your life is now ruined. Don't ever fuck with anyone who's trying to spread positivity. Can you think of more? Like, come on, Fuzi, my guy. Like, I want to believe in you. I want positivity. I want the world to be a happy place. But, like, you have anger issues. You have fucking some sort of issue. Like, I think he's funny.
That's fucking amazing.
He's hilarious.
That was the best.
Like, he's not trying to be funny. That's why he's funny. Yeah, of course. And that's why I said before the stream, I said it's content and I fucking love this. And this is like such an amazing saga right now. The FuziTube saga right now is just fucking amazing because we're all going to watch it at the edge of our seats like, what batshit crazy stuff is he going to do next? The same with Miley Cyrus when she went off the rocker and she fucking started smoking and you were like, what's Miley Cyrus going to do next? It's the same shit. He'll go through this phase for a bit, he'll maybe calm down, he'll probably apologise for like, yeah guys, I was losing my mind, I was manic, blah 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 blah, and then he'll fucking calm back down and it'll repeat again in a fucking year's time. It's like the FuziTube cycle.
Can I just say one thing? Is that when I woke up this morning, I thought to myself, I hope that tonight on the live stream we can just get a bunch of people to come through and just, you know, just talk and like we'll just get some good clips for the YouTube.
Yeah,
Never in my life did I expect it to be like this.
No Jumper on YouTube. Go and watch the live stream now. I'm just going to end this. It's having two streams. All of you 5,000, go over to No Jumper right
23K
now.
watching this right now.
Okay? Just search No Jumper and watch the stream now. I'll be back later to recap.
What
did you think about the concert yesterday? 'Cause I was on the way, and then it got shut down while I was driving there, which I
I heard.
fucking hated. I was like trying to fucking get over
Because you thought that it would be normal to be like 45 minutes late. In reality, it was shut down 45 minutes after it started.
Yeah, I figured I'd just get there, everything's already happening, I'd just fucking have a good time, I don't know.
Insanity.
What would you think about it?
I mean, alright, to be totally honest, like I showed up and we walk in, there were like a fair amount of famous people there, like Styles P was there, Mano was there, just all the like there were some rappers that were gonna perform, sure, Wi-Fi Funeral was there, but then you get out there and it's like not even like 1,000 people, and apparently that venue can hold like 5,500 people, so it's kind of like, damn, like, well, you know, it's a decent amount of
The
people,
live
but
stream wasn't 2 million either.
it didn't look that
I mean, the live
crazy.
stream had 60,000 viewers, like that's pretty good. That's a full house.
Yeah, but a lot of people, you gotta think that they were just watching it to try to like see him fail or something in a certain way, don't you think that they were just sort of like, they knew something crazy was gonna happen? I mean, that was definitely kind of my attitude when I went, it's like, whether this is good or whether it's bad, this is gonna be insane.
I don't think anybody watches anything for positive outcomes. I think a lot of things that people watch, especially live streams, people watch them to see the crazy shit happen. You know what I mean? Like when they're watching Sam, they're watching me, like they just want to see us get hit by a car, dude. Let's be real. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter though, because it's still viewers. So. Yeah, it's not like that 60,000 people who wanted to follow YouTube, FuziTube's movement was watching the fucking live stream. It's a mixture of people that want to see a car crash. It's a mixture of people who are his supporters, and I mean. You know what? He honestly could have filled that. I don't doubt FuziTube. I think, honestly, maybe he could have filled that arena up. But setting yourself a 5-day goal it's just stupid.
And just not paying artists or booking artists is just a weird way to go about it. Like his whole thing, it was like this experiment to see if he could book a show without doing any of the things that are normally done to make sure the show goes well, such as, you know, booking artists way in advance, paying them a certain amount of money to make sure that they show up, advertising it on the radio, on Facebook, all these different things that they do to sell out a 5,500 person venue. If he had done all those things, yeah, I definitely think that he could have probably done it, but he probably also would have paid the artists and all that kind of stuff. Instead, he tried to just get by on just the energy of love and happiness and blah, blah, blah. And in the end, it didn't get screwed up by anything really related to his lack of preparedness, really. It really got shut down due to something shitty that could happen to anybody at any given time.
What kind of upset me, or irked me, should I say, the most about the whole thing was, before the event, it was kind of pushed, and tell me if I perceive this wrong, it was pushed as this kind of charity vibe. It was pushed as this, like, this is something for the world, right? And I feel like that's maybe why a lot, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel that's why a lot of artists got involved, because they thought they were doing something for a very positive, and like, you know, he was going to talk about charity, or talk about something very, very fit. But I was, you know when this track leaked, the fucking Four Ghosts? I thought it was a troll. I thought, oh, this must be an old song from a long time ago. To think that whole event was put on, for FuziTube to walk out there and perform a diss track against Rice Gum, after telling all these artists, come here, like, I'm doing this big positive movement, it's all about the kids, it's about making a lot of it. Drake, come here, this is about making
Putting Drake's picture on the face.
He said that Drake was going to perform before him and then he was going to go on. Drake was going to be the opener for FuziTube to perform a diss track against Rice Gum.
Did you guys hear a story told Keemstar to me about how he was at the club and how he like got into Drake's entourage and was like, you know, got people to agree that he would come and all this like, you know, it's part of this ridiculously long like 4-hour live
I think
stream.
he's a good, I think he's a good liar.
Let's be honest, the whole thing was all about him proving to himself that he could do it.
Well,
he just wanted to prove that he could do something insane in a really short period of time off of this ridiculous wave of energy that he has because he just got off his antidepressants.
I don't think it was worth it though, honestly. Like, I don't see what he got out of it. Like, I mean, I guess like I get like some recognition or whatever, but was it worth the amount of money he spent?
He probably wasted a bunch of money, yeah.
I heard off the grapevine that it all stemmed from this meet and greet he did in Australia where no one turned up. And I just from the grapevine, someone told me that he did this meet and greet in Australia, a very, very low amount of people turned up, and that really triggered him. He was very upset, and apparently since then he's been trying to like prove himself.
he pretty much admitted that when I did the No Jumper interview with him. He said that, like, because he's talking about how when he was out there on the Roman Atwood tour or whatever, that there was like 3,500 people, and then he went out there recently and it was 350 people or something like that, which who knows if that was even accurate. But yeah, he definitely mentioned this Australian tour thing as a thing that made him, which I guess, you know, it makes sense because we've all watched his career, and it's like for a while he was getting like 2 million views per vlog, multiple different channels, putting out a ridiculous amount of content, but then he would always just fall into these like dark depressions where he would just go away for a few months or even like a year.
He's his own worst enemy, like straight up. Like for me, I've had ups and downs, and some of them like weren't directly related because of me. But with FouseyTube, I feel like he could have had a very consistent career and been very successful and made a lot of money if he wasn't bad at himself the whole time.
Yeah, and for sure. And I mean, 100%, like, in a sense, a lot of his content was kind of captivating, or at least, like, the fans couldn't look away because he was, like, exploring his own mental illness on stream, like, or on his vlogs. Like, he would sit there and fucking cry and just do things that, like, it would never occur to me in a million years to actually put that side of me out there if I was going through something like that. But then those same, like, manic episodes are what led him to, you know, not consistently make, you know, content and just go away, and then he would come back and his views would be way worse and everything. I mean, if he's succeeded in anything through all this, it's that everybody's all of a sudden talking about him, which nobody's been talking about him for, like, the past year. When you look at somebody like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, you could say that they're, you know, not necessarily the most savory characters, but they're certainly acting in their own best interest. They just make a fuckload of content, you know, even somebody like me. I'm like, you guys, like, we're fucking making shit all the time, and like, even if I was really upset, it's like I'm not gonna disappear for a few months. I could not imagine myself getting that upset, you know.
I don't really know what's going on in his head, but if he has like, you know, bipolar, like you said, then yeah, this is definitely not the, you know, the job title for him. Like, this is not healthy for him, you know what I mean? Because as a content creator, you are gonna go through like happy spurts, depression spurts, like it's just part of it. So if he can't handle that, then he's gonna obviously
He's
freak
like
the
the
fuck
type
out.
of guy that gets triggered by any hate comment. You know he's the type of guy that reads that shit and it actually hurts him.
I mean,
And I think
yeah, he's been pretty upfront about that, about how the comments are
anyone
fucking
that's in
up.
the front line, like the Keemstar thing when he was on top of that car and he like did that fucking roar.
You.
No, he's like his face drops and goes really long. I mean, he's talking about fucking wanting to kill himself, so it's pretty fucking dark. But the fact that that Keem was the guy who made him go that far is just like stupid. Like, it's fucking Keemstar, he's unknown. Like, you've got to take him for what he is. Like, he does his job, he reports on fucking news, and just like.
But that's the whole thing with FouseyTube, is like the way he just fucking freaked out on you on stream. Like, I would not, I don't think anyone could make me like fucking stand up and scream in the middle of the podcast.
He just did that for attention.
No, but that's why he's such a
stand up too?
that's why he's kind of a captivating content creator, is because his emotions are just running rampant at all times. Like, all of us are very reserved in comparison to him. He goes in.
Oh yeah, the FouseyTube on the CX Network. I think he'd make a perfect fit, honestly.
Yes.
Paul is known. Oh no.
You want him?
I'm out.
Yep, get him in here. Brandon Hampton's here.
God. The type of
Scoot
people.
over so he can just sit there.
The type of people that
God, I wish we got to see Brandon Hampton and Fousey together. That would be
the
fire.
type of people that Paul likes to have around him are these people are very unpredictable because they provide good content.
Sit down,
so
man. You
that's
wanna
why I
get
think FouseyTube would be a great fucking a great member
Yeah.
for the
What's up, guys?
for the CX Network.
You want to get in here, Hampton? What's up, bro? But you're not even on camera. We gotta get the shot. I want you guys. Do you want Sam and Ice to switch so you don't have to be seated directly next to him? Does that make you nervous, Paul? Get on the mic. Come on, get in here. I know. Get in here. Get on the mic.
Why not?
I want to hear it. No, come on. We get in here. Yes. Yes. Right there. Brandon Hampton on a jumper. Who never thought it was possible. Never. Attempted a white boy handshake. Is that Gucci? No. I can't. I shop with her. Yeah, I be scamming. I'm a known podcaster / credit card scammer. Oh, I got stripes in the scamming streets, yeah. Ask about me.
We're not doing that.
Damn it. That's a meme right there.
I'm just gonna roll this blunt. I'm sort of like nervous because there's so many big entities here.
How do you feel being around Ice? Like, what's the energy right here?
I think it's pretty neutral energy,
We
honestly.
spoke off stream already, so
Yeah, we already spoke.
Since you confronted him at his apartment, which we all saw on YouTube.
But there was another, like, it was off cam.
You talked
that
off
was
him.
like sort of for the. I'm not gonna say it was fake, but like, it's like for.
I would hope it wasn't fake.
I mean, like, it's not. I mean, your life is sort of fake, bro. It's sort of fucking crazy. So no one knows you off stream, so it's like everything involved is like on stream. So
And I guess that goes for any
so
content
extra, and you
creator.
have to act extra if you want to have a fan base and shit like that. So
I think any content creator has, like, definitely their personal life, but I'm pretty transparent compared to most.
oh, you've actually worked on yourself and waited for these kinds of. You can speak very well.
Oh, God.
So
It's media training. Have you been to media training?
Yes.
I actually majored in PR, so.
Oh, yes, that was good.
Puerto Rico?
I should have figured as much.
Anyway,
Asshole.
so this is the big.
Thank you.
Every time I do that, it's like a train. It's like a train.
Forgiveness is not about anybody else. Forgiveness.
I say, Drake's the name. You're a marathon, you're a marathon, girl, 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 you're a marathon, girl, you're a marathon, girl, you turn me on, girl, you turn me on, girl, you turn me on, you turn me on, girl. I realize what you
shit, pissed. 20,000, drop that on your bitch. Bitch, do not talk, I do not fuck with this shit. Turn it off before I'm pissed. I got a firearm illegally, I shot it. Walked up to his body, then I fucking robbed him. Get that cash. Fortnite default emo on him, he got smoked. In my pool, look at all the weed I smoke. Driving foreign cars that I don't even own. Everybody notice everywhere I go. Gucci on my waist, that Rolex with Frozone. Call the Pizza Hut, you know I want the zone. Cop just pulled me over, caught me for possession. Them ass copy never found the fucking weapon. Couple felonies, I'll never get a job, bitch. Couple felonies don't stop you from getting robbed, bitch. I'm a rapper, so you know I got some money. Shit ain't sweet, cause this shit is never funny. I get loads of women cause I have a nice fingers. I likely have an STD, my dick got red rings. Did I mention optimistic being Did I mention optimistic being Yeah.
I found a glitch in Serato. Feel free to skip.
Level 5 security. First release is level 5. 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 Level 5.
need allies.
Specific.
I need an assist on my body.
Sanjay.
You never leave this house.
Yes, it is. The dead need allies.
Specific.
I need an assist on my body. I need to get Sanjay.
Sing. You never leave this house.
Yes, it is. I'm looking right at it.
I'll see you. Bombay Young.
I do not blame you if I